Baby Presto intro. So we gotta go back to the original. First thing niggas get knocked out. Yeah. What is the deal? Let's get some news in, man. Let's get the news in right quick, man. Let me get my lighter.
Press gang.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, man? We up, we early, we hanging, we smoking blunts, and we drinking coffee, and we gonna watch some news, nigga. So if you hate the news, this ain't for you. If you niggas hate the news, this ain't for you. Big doggy. Let's see what's going on.
LA Labor leader Ron Herrera also involved in this controversy is the latest to step down from his position. But this morning, the pressure continues. 4 of these 3 council members involved in this scandal to step down from their council seats. Will that happen? Is that, of course, a major question. There is a rally being held at the steps of LA City Hall later this morning. And in just a few hours, we're expecting a heated and very busy LA City Council meeting after that leaked audio. Part of it has to do with this.
Gil supported him from the.
Alright, don't worry, I got you.
What they talking about?
You'll start seeing them line up.
He's with the black.
Isaac.
That there is Nury Martinez spewing racist comments at District Attorney George Gascon. She has officially stepped down from her role as council president, but not as council person. She's issued a second apology, reading in part, I take...
Oh, what up, Richard? What up, Rich? Big Rich in the city. What you up doing? What up, Rich?
take responsibility for what I...
Are we really gonna sit here and worry about this Mexican lady talking about a black boy?
I said there are no excuses for those comments. I'm so sorry. That leaked audio from a website, Knock LA, and reported by the LA Times is from an October 2021 meeting about redistricting. Martinez, fellow councilman Kevin De Leon, and Gil Cedillo, and LA County Federation of Labor President Ron Herrera cursing DA George Gascon. Martinez then using a Spanish word for monkey in criticizing councilmember Mike Bonin's adopted black son.
Yo.
It's black and brown on this float. And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. This kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Sadly, there is a lot more. The crew also took shots at Koreatown, which is now predominantly Latino. Martinez saying, quote, "I see a lot of little short, dark people," and then goes on to call them so ugly. All three of them have apologized. Councilmember Bodden saying he's appalled, he's absolutely disgusted. He, among many others, saying,
Yeah, wake and bake, bro. Wake and bake. I'm tripping off this Mexican lady. She just talking reckless in L.A. City Hall. Okay. Have it your way, sister. Yeah, we got the wake and bake going, man. You know what it is. Coffee, blunts, and a little bit of the morning news, man. Tripping, man. Let's see. Let's get international with the news, man. Cause these,
An 80-year-old woman out for a walk in San Bernardino County is mauled and killed by two neighborhood dogs.
The woman identified as Soon Han was already dead by the time rescuers arrived. Let's get to KTLA's Shelby Nelson live in Victorville, where she's going to tell us more on these pack hunting breed of dogs involved in this savage attack. Shelby.
Guys, really sad and disturbing all around. That attack happened on this rural dirt road right behind us, and lots of neighbors that we talked to earlier today say on many occasions they saw those two dogs freely roaming this area. They believed it was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Yo, somebody going to jail.
A vicious dog attack leaving one 80-year-old woman dead while she was out on her morning walk. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says deputies were called to this rural area on Vinton Street and Mesa Road in Baldy Mesa, an unincorporated area of San Bernardino County, at around 11 a.m. Friday morning. They found the victim, now identified as Soon Han, unresponsive in the dirt roadway. Authorities believe she was attacked by two dogs from a nearby home.
I couldn't sleep that night that I got the news that it happened. It's shocking. It's unbelievable.
The news coming as a shock to neighbors who would see her walking.
You walking in the... This is crazy. What the fuck are you going through there for?
Almost every day.
Makes me really, really emotional because she was really friendly.
Guadalupe lives in the same neighborhood. She says at times she would see the two dogs roaming freely, and when they'd come close, she'd close her gate to protect her 4 dogs and small children. San Bernardino County Animal Control responded and took both dogs into custody pending the investigation. They say both were of Dogo Argentino breed, one that experts say was created nearly a century ago to protect family and property. They're also known for hunting.
A house pet is not what they're bred to be. And I mean, there's photographs of them with children. You're going to see that. It's not about that or that it could be nice to its family. It's about anyone who walks near that property could be facing a life or death situation.
Colleen Lynn is president of DogsBite.org, a national dog bite victims advocacy organization. She says Dogo Argentinos are growing in popularity, especially in California. She believes that as their population increases, so will attacks. But bottom line, it's the owner's responsibility to keep them secure.
They should not have been wandering around. I don't care how rural it is.
Shelby, so what's next for the dogs? Do we know if they've been euthanized?
Yeah, you crazy. I don't understand nobody who just let their dogs out to roam. I don't understand that. Unless you got a Chihuahua or some shit, you got some little shit. I don't understand why the fuck you got your dog out here just roaming around the damn neighborhood, and then when it kills somebody, you sitting up acting like you didn't know no better. Charleston White. You see the stream?
Shot the nigga.
You see the stream, baby? I'm talking about this son, the little pink one. Huh? Both. This little badass nigga right here. That's the second and youngest, huh? King. Yeah, he just got out of jail.
They stabbed nigga, so it was like being taught, nigga. This what happened when you do that. Now,
Yeah, I don't think T.I.'s son should even responded to him because he don't know no better. Like, feel me? He responded to Charleston White. I'm like, bro, you don't know no better. Charleston White gonna put your ass in jail. You a kid. You trying to be tough for the internet. Feel me? Oh, if Charleston, you a bitch, man. Every grown real gangster had left that nigga alone. They not fucking with Charleston White. Charleston White telling on too many niggas. Niggas like, leave that nigga alone. Ain't nobody fuck with Charleston White, bro. Leave that nigga alone. Oh, no jumper news.
Welcome back to No Jumper News, man. It's your host, AD, right here with Gina Views and Poeta Flacco. Let's get right into these stories.
That's racist.
Wait, what?
First story. A man shot and killed a 21-year-old Dallas woman because he was angry that she won a basketball game against him. First responders found Asia Womack on the sidewalk with multiple gunshot wounds on Monday evening, said the Dallas Police Department. She died that evening in a local hospital. Her family believed that she recently played a pickup game of basketball at the TG Terry Park against the man alleged to have shot her. The victim was a known athlete who previously played on her James Madison High School basketball team. The station reported that the alleged shooter took his kids and brother home before returning to the park and shooting Asia 5 times. A nearby surveillance camera possibly captured his car speeding away. The police later identified the suspect as Cameron Hogg and issued an arrest warrant for the 31-year-old. Detectives are still working the case, Dallas police said. No one is in custody at this time. They've been working it since Monday night, trying to find justice for Ms. Womack. Crime Stoppers is offering up to $5,000 for information that leads to an arrest. All right, man, this is getting ridiculous. Nobody should lose their life over a fucking pickup game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is...
Yeah.
Why?
What are you laughing for?
No, like I'm not laughing. Like I'm just waiting for you to like you know like finish.
The fact that he's
finish the
like
story.
delighted over this story is disgusting.
No, here, right. So again,
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk first because I don't get it.
nah, look, no. So here again, I was assuming that we were going to be talking about Kanye, right? So that's why.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking about the first story, which is
I just said a pickup game. No one
Yeah.
should lose their life.
Yeah.
And you still smiling.
no, I'm smiling because of the dumb error that I just made that's coming off as insensitive. So that's why I'm smiling, not because of the actual death. You feel me? But again, let's get into it though.
All right, Flacco, speak on it
Wait,
first.
I want you to switch to being sensitive.
I disavow.
Right.
I disavow.
Okay,
you
okay.
feel me?
So what do you think about the situation now?
Yo, if you fat and sloppy, bruh, stay your ass in the crib. Because again, like what?
That nigga stupid. Damn, this is like the top news. That's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna go over here. Where the news at? Up here. If you saying it's news up here, what's new to me? I don't know why I don't got a news thing right here. It used to say news. You don't fuck with me no more, huh? Let's see. Yo.
Of the two brothers arrested in the deaths of a Merced family of 4 has been charged with murder. Jesus Salgado is accused of kidnapping an 8-month-old baby, her parents and uncle at gunpoint from their trucking business earlier this month. Authorities later found their bodies in an almond orchard. If convicted, the 48-year-old could spend life in prison.
I didn't even know almonds grow in an orchard. I didn't know that. You grow almonds in an orchard? I thought almonds was like peanuts. Do peanuts grow in an orchard? I know they got apple or oranges. You know what I'm saying? What? That's crazy.
And without the possibility of parole, his brother Alberto Salgado, who was also arrested, is expected to be charged with criminal conspiracy, accessory, and destroying evidence.
Damn. Kidnapped that family and killed them.
In every crime, a story of a survivor.
Nah.
One of the two brothers arrested in the deaths of a Merced family of 4 has been charged with murder. Jesus Salgado is accused of kidnapping.
Court, Micah, this is such a heartbreaking scene. Just moments ago, CHP confirming that another body has been found in the wreckage, bringing the death toll now to a total of 6 people. And if we step out of the way and zoom in closer, you can take a look at that crash site right there. The impact of this collision was so strong it all but tore one car in half and badly damaged several others just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. So many lives lost in the blink of an eye.
Oh, that's that one. It's fucked up.
One of the two brothers arrested in the deaths.
That's crazy. All right, the gutter stream. I got 100 views on one of my streams. Hey. It's hard out here. Let's see what happened today. Oh yeah, Art LeBeau died. Rest in peace to Art LeBeau.
Andy Reesmeyer in for Doug Kolk. Radio pioneer Art LeBeau has died of pneumonia at the age of 97. The famous DJ credited with popularizing the phrase oldies but goodies during his decades on the air. He was also one of the first on-air talents to take requests and make dedications to listeners, a concept that has continued, of course, to this day. Art ended up becoming a record producer, a concert promoter, and even owned a few radio stations throughout his long career. We were told that he had close friends by his side when he passed away Friday night at his Palm Springs
Art
estate.
LeBeau.
He was 97.
Art LeBeau
Some
died
sad
at
news this
97.
afternoon.
It's the Art LeBeau show, and we're taking requests. We got a request from Milan out to Presto out there in Chino. Shout out to Presto, man. She said she can't wait for you to do your time and come home. That's his whole show. His whole show is shouting out people in prison. Girls call in and they request till they do whatever prison they in. This is going out to Contrell out in Killer and kill. Man, they just be yelling out weird ass prisons and shit. That shit crazy. This is going out to Whoopty Whoop and Corcoran from Kaylani saying she miss you and we're gonna get through this together. We got the Temptations with Always and Forever. And Art LeBeau. Crazy. You don't know Art LeBeau?
Radio legend Art LeBeau has died. The pioneering DJ hosted a syndicated oldies show for decades. LeBeau is credited with helping end segregation here in Southern California by organizing live DJ shows at drive-in restaurants. The shows attracted young people of all races who danced to rock and roll. LeBeau built a multi-generational following by airing decades of goodnight dedications. He coined and trademarked the phrase oldies but goodies. LeBeau died Friday at his home in Palm Springs. He was 97 years old.
It's a oldie but a goodie. Art LeBeau. Damn, you had a cat in your house? You would shoot that nigga.
On Thursday, President Biden announced the pardon of thousands of federal drug offenders, those convicted of simple marijuana possession.
Hi, Glenn and Lou. Yeah, the city is encouraging it. Look behind me. You can see here at the Abbey, they're already gearing up for the festivities here for Halloween, even though the city says that the city-sanctioned block-style party of years past won't be happening.
I went to the Abbey. That shit ain't shit. That's a gay club. It was, yeah, as soon as I got there, it's like, oh, shit. It's girls there, but you be like, it's hella, like, gayed out. So you just leave. I was, like, there for, like, to the door, 60 seconds. Candace Owens.
Kanye West, now Ye, was not the only person wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt at the Paris Fashion Week. His friend and our friend Candace Owens was standing right next to him. So we asked West what that whole thing was like, and here's what he told us.
The more and more I lean into God and work for God, the more wins God is going to bestow on our team, on Jesus Gang. And for me to go out and just state an obvious and empathetic statement in the middle of the most liberal central, like to go, that was like Tiananmen Square or something, right? I was like, with Candace Owens, and we both wore the shirt at the same time. You know, we got some Jesus soldiers out here, and people say they're willing to die for it, but we live for it. We're living for the battle. And what's the battle for? Life itself, our children.
Like Tiananmen Square, Ye West, Candace Owens standing there in front of the tank, which is international media. Candace Owens is the host of the podcast Candace, and she joins us tonight. Candace, thanks so much for coming on. So why did you do that? You did it together. And what do you think of the response? Why can't you do that?
Well, I just want to say it was one of the only weeks that I missed doing your show. And the only reason I would miss doing your show, Tucker, is because I knew that there was a cultural moment that would be so significant as this was. You know, I did it because Kanye called me and he said that he needed me to be there at the show and he needed me to be a part of the show. And when he told me what he had in mind and wearing these T-shirts, which, by the way, he told me the day of, I instantly understood what he was trying to do and what the artistic expression was. What it offered was a stunning commentary on the hypocrisy of the society that we live in. For years, we were told that Black Lives Matter was not an exclusionary phrase. We were told that it's just what we're saying. We're not trying to leave white people out, right? We're just saying this because this is a moment that Black Americans need to have in this country. They were totally fine when Asian Lives Matter became a slogan as well. Asians, by the way, are doing better in this country economically than white Americans. They're more successful in education as well, and they're more likely to get credit cards, as this one example. And yet, despite all of that, it was okay to say Asian Lives Matter. We put on a T-shirt to actually do something that was inclusive, to say, actually, white Americans, you are allowed to be a part of this too, because literally all lives matter. And in fact, no lives have been mattering. Black Americans are suffering as a result because of Black Lives Matter. We know that their neighborhoods have been rioted in inner city communities and the businesses are moving out of there. The result of Black Lives Matter has been white supremacy, assuming that Black Americans were stupid and emotional and would loot and riot their own communities to fulfill a false narrative about policing. And so we got to say all of that by wearing one T-shirt.
It's just so interesting. I mean, if you're triggered, as they say, by a shirt like that, no one who is mad about it.
First off, ain't no way in hell we was saying Asian Lives Matter was okay. Asian lives do matter, and that is okay to say. But all of this is white supremacy trying to undermine the fact that innocent black man was getting killed in this country by police. That's all this is doing. To us, when we hear White Lives Matter, it's like saying, fuck Trayvon Martin, Phileo Castillo, you know what I'm saying, Breonna Taylor, you know, Sandra Bland. Come on now. George Floyd, Mike Brown. Like, we could just keep the names going. It's like, until we could just see an epidemic where people are being killed by people who are sworn to protect us, that's when I feel like, but when we say the Black Lives Matter, we say it should matter to the police. It should matter to the judicial system. Because right now it's not. Our lives does not matter to the judicial system. Our lives do not matter to the court system. Our lives do not matter to the police departments all over this country. We're just black faces. We're just numbers. Smack a wristband on you, throw you in a cage, and now you're just a number. This is white supremacy trying to undermine. Not trying. This is white supremacy undermining. Actually undermining. Actually undermining the whole cause. I don't want to say they're undermining the whole cause. They're undermining the statement of we shouldn't be killed and nobody's being held accountable. That's what they're undermining. Now it's like, man, fuck what they was talking about as a whole now. This is what y'all did. Y'all basically just said, fuck what we talking about as a whole. I love all my white people. Love my real white people. I love my Asians too. But what we not gonna do is act like we just came up with this statement to say Black lives is more important than everybody else. That's not what we were saying. We're saying that we find it strange that black men and women can be killed with impunity by officers all over this country and nobody's being held accountable. So we say black lives should matter. That's what we're saying. Black lives should matter in this country. We know white lives matter. This country is built on white lives. That's crazy. That's crazy, son. But shout out to everybody else out there doing their thing. You know, let's hear what you got to say.
It ever seemed to ask, like, why? What if it said Malaysian lives matter, or you know, anybody? You would, a normal person would say, well, of course, all lives matter, but like, why does this make them so mad? It's weird and dark.
It makes them so mad because there is actually in this country a hatred toward white people. It is undeniable. The worst thing that you can be in this country, far from what they're telling you, I would say two things. First and foremost, a black child in the womb of its mother. That is the most unsafe place for a black child to be. The second thing is a white straight male. Right? Because they perceive that as being too normal, right? It's too normal for you to be a white, straight male. You need to make yourself somehow problematized by saying that you're trans, that you're suffering, that you're gay, that you're Hispanic, that you have a biracial mother, something. People are dying to say that they're anything but being white. And again, that is the commentary that we offer by wearing these shirts. You actually cannot, right now, today on TikTok, you cannot use the hashtag White Lives Matter because they say that it inspires hatred. And in fact, banning hashtag White Lives Matter is what inspires hatred. The saddest part of this, Tucker, which I want to add, is that after wearing the shirt and getting back here down in Tennessee, I went to a farmer's market, and I had white people coming up to me with tears in their eyes. And I told Kanye this, with tears in their eyes, saying, thank you so much, as if they're the forgotten people, for just allowing us to have our voices back. They've been sitting in silence, completely sidelined, told that they are not allowed to be American because there's a vicious narrative around that somehow black Americans are suffering from policing and therefore white lives can't matter. They do. It's obvious. Kanye was correct.
Yeah, I don't know why people put up with it. I mean, no group, no matter what they look like or what they believe, should put up with being singled out on the basis of immutable characteristics. There should be zero tolerance for that. And yet there's enormous, as you said, enforced tolerance of it. It should stop now. I agree with that. Candace Owens, thank you. Subscribe to the Fox News.
Nah, big dog. All right. That's crazy. Don't say white lives matter.
Do you talk to Obama?
Flowers, what's the deal?
I was Obama's favorite artist. He actually met with me. Obama met with me and my mama to say that he was running for office back in 2008. And that he wanted the support. And everybody was so into this idea of the black president. And you were always cool. And it's also like, you know, how many of us are there? You know, Obama level, Ye level, you know, Virgil level, just black, you know, so brilliant that we cut through all of the lines of racism. Like, you just can't get rid of us. Nat King Cole level, Dave Chappelle level. So in some place, we'd have to be friends and get along, because it's like, yo, you're at that level. You're like a, you know, Formula One Lewis Hamilton race car driver. We're still driving a white car, but we're the best race car drivers that ever existed. And that was me and Obama's connection. But soon as I wasn't saying the things that I was supposed to say as a rapper, our connection faded.
So you don't talk to him anymore?
I'll talk to him if I see him.
Yep.
But I guarantee you he see me. I don't even know that, man. I just thought that sounded cool. One idea that was in my head about 3 minutes ago that I really want to say is that's really interesting about the when companies get the BLM managers.
What's a BLM manager?
Black Lives Matter office manager. It's basically you get a semi-influential black person to become the face of a white company.
Yeah.
Right. So that means, like, in the design world, in the art world, they actually would pick artists that were less talented than other artists based on their influence, not based on their actual work, because everyone is vying for influence and an opinion. Everyone is afraid of losing their opinion. So with Nike, right? Nike is as famous as, you say Nike's more famous than PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Right. What number company do you think PayPal is?
I don't know.
Number 4.
Overall?
Overall. You got, well, you know the number 1 is, right? It's Apple.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting number 2, but number 3 is McDonald's. Then SpaceX is maybe 6 or 7. It's really interesting that as lit as Elon is, his previous company is actually still worth more than SpaceX. So what number company do you think Nike is, the Nike? Number 321. It's not there to be as big a financial company as it can be. It's there as an influencer because black people love Nike. So Nike is like a company that is redlining and gerrymandering black people. So the reason why Gap wanted me to go the Gap, it wasn't based on, oh, we need to get our stocks up. You know, it's like these companies, when they've been around for a long time, Gap's not like, they're like, we're in the rag trade. We're never going to be Apple. And everyone, all of these American companies somehow took this deal where they start putting in these really awkward, weird number kind of CEOs. Like Nike's got one, the Gap had one, it didn't work out. And there's all of these weird operators inside of companies, even in Balenciaga, Pino. They're just there for control. Steve Jobs talked about it. It's the most important thing you can have is control. Look at me, all the money, all the influence, and I have to act a complete ass to have any say-so of anything that my children are doing, because that group of people have control and say-so over all the children inside of the clan. So that's what these companies are set up for. That's the type of CEOs they're hiring, especially when the founders are out of there. They kind of just give the companies up to a bunch of people, and they're all in cahoots. Like anyone that ever worked with me, they just look at, oh, who's Ye farming for talent that we can hire to be our new BLM office manager. Like, kind of like Obama.
What do you think of Obama as a BLM office manager?
Best one ever. Yeah. Best one ever. And you know, I think Obama, just like Virgil, these people were truly black to their core and truly brilliant to their core. But they went into situations thinking that they could do it the white way as a black man. And we saw what color Obama's hair was when he went in, and we saw what color it was when he went out. You know, Virgil lost all his hair, you know, and eventually passed away. So when I have techniques that are revolutionary, if I raise my voice, if I express myself on Instagram, it's a colonic. And people can say, oh, this what you're doing is toxic. If what I'm saying is toxic, I gotta do everything to get it out of my body. And there'll be times where I see a level of like oppression, Parisian proper, like next level, you know, France owns 80% of African banks level colonization, oppression. And I'll be like, I'm not going to let you guys kill me. But one thing that has to really happen, say if Trump ran, right? We're not just gonna be black influence. We're gonna be vision and creativity. We've gotta rethink who we are as a species. Right now, we practice killing ourselves every day. Like, murder is legal in America, you know.
And abortion.
Yes. So.
This nigga Kanye.
Now at 4 o'clock, new video shows a Philadelphia carjacking that happened so fast the suspects got away with the victim's vehicle in a matter of mere seconds. Two men held the driver at gunpoint in Bustleton this morning, demanding his car and then driving away in it. It is Monday afternoon. I'm Brian Taff.
And I'm Jillian Mealy. Sarah Bloomquist is off. The big story on Action News is the brazen crime that happened in the blink of an eye as most people were busy getting ready for work.
Action News reporter Trish Hartman live at Northeast Detectives in Mayfair this afternoon. And Trish, you've got the latest from there now.
Well, Brian, Jillian, like you said, this happened early this morning around 7 a.m. Most people were out walking their dogs and getting ready for their day. We've learned the victim was about to go to work himself. The carjacking was caught on video, and it happened in just seconds. Take a look at this surveillance video from the 8800 block of Dewey Street in Bustleton. Around 7 this morning, it shows a man by his car. He had just closed the trunk when a dark car pulls up next to him. A suspect gets out and appears to point a weapon at the man. The suspect gets into the car. Police say it was a 2011 Toyota Corolla, and both cars drive away. We spoke with a relative of the victim who was startled awake by the commotion this morning, who said the victim was very shaken after the suspect took his car, phone, and wallet. Neighbors were upset when they saw the video.
Certainly doesn't make me feel good.
People in this neighborhood were already alarmed by a carjacking last month on nearby Maxwell Place. Carjackings have skyrocketed in Philadelphia this year. Data showing the number of city carjackings have doubled compared to this time last year. Neighbors say they hope an arrest is made soon.
Since there was a carjacking around the corner from me, that was already on my mind. And now, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it.
Now, detectives have told me that a second carjacking happened in the Northeast this morning. No word if the two are connected or if anyone has been arrested. Anyone with information should contact Philadelphia police. We're live at Northeast Detectives. Trish Hartman, Channel 6, Action News.
Montgomery County authorities want to find this suspect who shot and killed an apparent innocent bystander. Newly released surveillance video shows the dramatic moments when a gunman opened fire outside of an apartment complex in Norristown. And tonight, a murder investigation is underway. Action News reporter Brianna Gallagher is following the story tonight and is live at Norristown Police with the very latest. Brianna.
Yeah, Rick, that's right. Police believe the victim who was fatally shot was not the intended target. And we saw officers driving throughout the neighborhood today, and they need your help because that suspect is still out there. This is the man police say shot and killed 47-year-old Anthony Vitelli on Friday afternoon in Norristown. In this new surveillance video just released tonight, you can see the shooter run through the parking lot of the Jefferson Court Apartments on Friday afternoon.
I just heard like the pow, 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 pow. It was like, sound like it was like 10 shots, like back and forth. Like
residents were too frightened to talk with us on camera. One woman says she heard gunshots and ducked for cover. Police say multiple people were in the parking lot at the time of the shooting. Norristown police and Montgomery County detectives have since launched a joint investigation into the homicide. Authorities want to make note of the suspect's all-black clothing, white gloves, and distinctive pink socks. Police say he was last seen running towards Arch Street. Vitelli was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the chest. He died more than an hour later. Now, the shooting took place in the middle of the day, just after 2 p.m. in broad daylight. Any later, kids would have been outside.
Very alarming. And then it was actually just before the kids was coming home from school, and that's exactly where they get off at the bus at that corner.
I was going to say I'm not surprised, but it is surprising that that happened here. In broad daylight, I should say.
Alan Yates has lived in Norristown for 56 years. He too heard the shots and called police.
Definitely too close to home. You know, we got kids all around here. It's not a bad neighborhood, but you know, when these guns get in people's hands, things happen bad like this.
Now, authorities are offering a $5,000 reward for any information that could lead to an arrest. We're live here in Norristown. Brianna Gallagher, Channel 6, Action News. Rick.
All right.
Developing news to get to at this hour. Investigators say a FedEx employee was shot and killed outside of his job in Delaware County. Police say the suspect ambushed the 51-year-old man while he was sitting inside of his car. It is Friday night. Shari Williams off. I'm Gray Hall. The big story on Action News is that investigation after that same suspect who killed the FedEx employee ambushed officers on patrol in North Philadelphia just hours later. Police fired back, injuring that suspect right near 10th and Westmoreland Streets. Action News reporter Bob Brooks live outside of Temple University Hospital, where that suspect, Bob, is being treated while he is in custody. What are you learning?
Yeah, Gray, that suspect, I can tell you, is in stable condition. But again, he is going to be facing some serious charges for shooting at police just a little while ago, just blocks away from the hospital. But again, for that murder near the Philadelphia International Airport. Philadelphia police say this is the aftermath of an ambush on their officers. That just before 6 o'clock this evening, officers driving their cruiser in the 3300 block of 10th Street started taking fire from a man sitting in his car. We hear some of it unfolding from police radio calls obtained by Action News.
Crossfire, be careful with the crossfire.
According to Philadelphia Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw, immediately after the suspect started shooting, the officers took cover. But then the shooter got out of his vehicle.
Now we have an individual that's shooting at our officers from a standing position and is now walking toward the officers that have set up and did everything that they could to establish some form of cover.
Then she says the officers were forced to fire back.
They were able to take action quickly enough to ensure that no one else was hurt out here.
As far as a motive for why the suspect opened fire, the commissioner says he's connected to the fatal shooting earlier at a FedEx distribution center near Philadelphia International Airport. According to detectives, that's when a shooter walked up to a man sitting in his car and fired multiple times, killing him. The victim in that case has been identified as 51-year-old Bart Massioli of Levittown, a 28-year FedEx employee. Meanwhile, back at the scene in North Philadelphia, neighbor Anna Watson was emotional when thinking about the police coming under fire.
But these cops come out here and they serve us. They protect us. They protect us. And they have families. They have children. They have grandchildren that they need to go home to.
Well, Gray, I'm happy to report that none of the Philadelphia police officers who were fired at were hurt. But as far as a motive for that murder at the FedEx distribution center, that's still under investigation.
Interesting. You see? That's crazy. Oh. Somebody funny. Somebody said Diddy know exactly what it means. Damn.
Yeah, look at her. Look at her. She ready to suck some with her whole ass. Whole ass. Ready to suck some. Kim K ready to suck some. Hey, I told Kim K, fuck Yeezy. I told her, fuck them Yeezys. Get in these K-Reezys, bitch. Kim K. Yeah, look at her. Look at her. She ready to suck some with her whole ass. Whole ass. Ready to suck some. Kim K ready to suck some. Hey, I told Kim K, fuck Yeezy.
Hey, Cole. It was kids right there and all that. That nigga cold.
All right. Yeah, just got off the phone with T.I. Dad. Yeah, just got off the phone with T.I. bitch. You don't get to dictate nothing. Yeah, you don't get, you or whoever that is on, no, bitch. Yeah, you don't get to dictate nothing. I'm trying to get understanding. Well, I ain't trying to get an understanding or give an understanding, bitch. If you can't take what I took, then fuck you, crash out. Send somebody to crash out, bitch, who would, you ain't no comedian. Okay, if I ain't no comedian, then handle it like I ain't no comedian then, bitch. Yeah, yeah, deal with me like I ain't no comedian. If I ain't no comedian, yeah, that's what I told T.I. Yeah, you ain't dictating nothing, not this conversation. I'm the big dog talking. You the one trying to get understanding, right, daddy? Well, guess what, bitch? I ain't trying to get now nor give a one, so in your tip. That's exactly what. Yeah, just got off the phone with T.I. Dad. Yeah, just got off the phone with T.I. bitch. You don't get to dictate nothing. Yeah, you don't get you.
What's up, G? Calvin, what's the deal? What's the deal, G? Tripping off some of this shit.
And before I answer anything else, I want to apologize to the guy. Some guy running off the field, and he ran, jumped in front of me.
Game is to be told, not sold, brother. It's a cold game out here. What's the deal? Going over some TMZ shit, man. Get some shit in. Ba 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 da ba.
That's right. This was a fatal shooting. Now, the suspect, he has not yet been identified, but according to the LAPD, he was a man in his 40s. He was shot here at the scene. He was transported, but eventually came to his injuries. Now, police say they found his handgun here at the scene and also the vehicle he was driving. Just take a look right behind us. This is the scene here in the Wilmington area, and you can see the scene is still very active. A lot is being processed right now. We're going to push into the suspect's vehicle, the stolen vehicle, the suspected stolen vehicle that he was driving. It's a black Chevy Silverado pickup truck. We believe the truck was coming down East Street here, possibly speeding down, the driver trying to evade police because of that pursuit. Now, the truck eventually crashed into the tree, as you can see. This is the Wilmington area, lots of trucking businesses here, and this was very early this morning, so not a lot of people around at the time. Damn. This is right by the LA Harbor, and this was, again, around 3:30. According to the LAPD, officers were following a suspected stolen vehicle. This was at 500 Quay Avenue, not far from where we are, just a few streets over. There was a brief pursuit, then the crash. The suspect then got out of the vehicle after the crash and started running. According to the LAPD, shots were fired and the officer called for help. The question now, who fired first, the officer or that suspect? Additional units arrived here on scene, and the suspect was taken into custody, then transported for treatment for his injuries. He was pronounced dead earlier this morning by the LAPD, but again, he has not yet been identified. The suspect's handgun is now being booked as evidence. No officers or bystanders were injured, and the area around Cray Street at this hour from Anaheim to D Streets will be impacted for several hours as this investigation continues. So back out here live, you can see the vehicle is still here, so a lot that still needs to be cleared up from this area, but that is the very latest for now. I'm Lena Bowman reporting live in the Wilmington area, KTLA 5 News.
New at 5, imagine this. You are at the grocery store and a car comes barreling through. It happened in Rialto at Stater Brothers. 8 people are hurt. This crash happened around 9:45 this morning when 74-year-old Dolores Jones drove her black Toyota Tundra through the front doors of the market. Jones, one of 8 of the patients transported to the hospital for a variety of injuries, including a broken leg and lacerations.
Damn. Oh,
seems that she was attempting to park here in a handicap stall, did not place the vehicle in park, may have allowed the vehicle to start rolling forward and then maybe panicked and at some point pushed on the gas.
Officials say the truck went about 30 feet into the store. The accident is still under investigation. No arrests have been made.
God damn, lady. It's always some old bitch.
So this is a
It's always some old lady doing some bullshit.
Lab, huh? Going inside a DEA lab with Special Agent in charge Bill Bodner. Fox 11 is allowed into the secret Southern California location where drugs obtained in DEA seizures are tested.
All of these contain fentanyl.
Fentanyl, the synthetic opioid, so powerful, the tiny amount you see next to this penny, 2 milligrams.
What the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Calling me nigga like I ain't got that. Yeah. Who the fuck has a federal case for just possession? Nobody. The fuck? Who the fuck has a federal case for just possession of marijuana? Nobody. Stop playing. You mean if you got caught with weed going through the airport or something?
Can kill an adult.
So you can see an idea of how small of an amount that is.
And that's for an average-sized human being. When you're dealing with kids who are smaller.
It could be, a much lower dose.
Young people are being deceived. They're seeking out prescription drugs like oxycodone, like Xanax, like Percocet, and the drug they're actually being sold is fentanyl.
Investigators say that's what happened. In the case of 15-year-old Melanie Ramos, her body was found in the bathroom of Bernstein High School. Another 15-year-old student from one of the school's independent charters was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter for allegedly selling Ramos the fentanyl-laced pill that led to her death.
There is definitely a concerted effort by Sinaloa Cartel, Jalisco New Generation Cartel, to market drugs that look less threatening.
Brightly colored pills that look like candy. Again, compare the size with a penny.
One pill can kill. It has enough fentanyl in it. These have enough fentanyl in it that it could kill a human being.
Where do these things pop up?
They pop up everywhere.
Just to give you a sense, this was one raid, 258,000 pills. Each of those pills can kill one person. In essence, you could wipe out an entire city.
They're very easy for the drug cartels to produce, and it's really devastating us like no drug has in my time.
Because 258,000 pills is just a drop in the bucket. This lab is getting million pill seizures every week. And that's what gets through. It doesn't even count what is seized at border crossings, which added up to 8,500 pounds in the first 9 months of 2022. As for the DEA, they seized 10 million pills between May and September.
Fentanyl pills, 1 million pills into our community, 60 kilos of fentanyl powder into our community.
Blocks of powder fentanyl marked with imprints made by the dealers themselves, like trademarks from brands that have nothing to do with the drugs.
So I personally call these the high-end fentanyls because, you got the Maseratis, the Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
They look just like blocks of cocaine, which now is just as deadly.
We're seeing these, we're calling them drug-caused death clusters, a place where we'll see 5, 6, 7 people overdose in one weekend in one area from a drug. Generally, that's caused by either fentanyl mixed with cocaine or fentanyl mistaken for cocaine.
This is fentanyl.
This is definitely not cocaine.
Not cocaine, but fentanyl. Testing at the lab is done with special chemicals in a biosafety hood. They're wearing protective gear even for this tiny sample.
Fentanyl powder, it's very fluffy, is how I like to describe it. It's like powdered sugar when you open a bag of powdered sugar and it goes everywhere.
Narcan close by so that if any of us are exposed.
Most casual drug users will not go through this process to find out what's in the drugs they buy, let alone this. Highly specialized machines are used to find out what's in the colorful tiny pills.
Basically, I take half a tablet, I dissolve it in a solvent, I inject it on the instrument, and this is what it produces. So this right here is acetaminophen.
And yes, fentanyl, but in a different amount for each tablet from the same bag.
See how it varies in concentration?
Wow.
Some concentrations can be more, some can be less, so you really don't know what you're getting.
The bottom line here?
We're at a place now where we've never been before. We used to encourage people not to take drugs. Why? Because there was the fear of addiction. If you use a drug today, you could die today.
From Southern California's DEA lab, I'm Christina Gonzalez, Fox 11 News. So this is...
That's what I say. You gotta be fucking crazy, bro. In 2022, if you still outside popping perks, volumes, all that shit, I don't care. M30, you out here trying to pop them motherfuckers, trying to pop ecstasy and trying to do Molly, and you outside trying to snort cocaine and all that shit, bro. You a fucking weirdo, bro. You gonna have it your way. You gonna be so high. You gonna be the most high. You gonna be up there with the Most High, our Father up in heaven. Yeah, you keep popping them special shits. Grow you some weed, man. Smoke some weed. That's what you want to do. The whole growing process will keep you so busy. The whole smoking process will keep you so high. So get you some weed, man. That's what I suggest. If you just set on getting high and you want to feel different, get you some weed, bro. Other than that, don't do shit, bro. Drink some fucking water. Go work out. Find you a hobby. Do something that's going to keep you from wanting to pop pills. But that ain't it. Pill popping and all that weird shit. I remember when ecstasy was the shit. I'm thankful to God because we was going crazy off them motherfuckers at one point. Now, nigga, I wouldn't even touch an ecstasy pill. Like, literally, I wouldn't even hold it in my hand. That's how deadly fentanyl is. You could hold some shit in your hand, nigga, in your system, and it kill you. I'm not fucking with that shit. That shit crazy as hell. You can't just be out here just popping shit, doing shit. You going to fucking parties, getting drugs, popping it. Is you retarded? Man, I'm not to say nothing to be bad about these kids out here, but is you retarded? Y'all be walking around with it can't happen to me complex. Y'all crazy. You can't be out here with that it can't happen to me complex. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen to you. Straight up. Straight up. Let's see what's going on.
We begin our show this morning with two major foreign policy challenges for President Biden: the war in Ukraine and North Korea's worrying new missile tests.
Yeah, Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, is still on edge one day after Russia carried out a series of strikes on that city and many others in response to Saturday's Crimea bridge explosion. Officials say 19 people died across Ukraine and more than 100 were left injured. This morning, people in Kyiv took shelter again after air raid sirens rang out through the city. Over in Zaporizhia, explosions were heard throughout the night. One person was killed, according to the regional governor, after missiles hit public buildings. President Biden condemned yesterday's attack, quote, in a phone call with President Zelensky. Biden vowed to continue supporting Ukraine by providing it with advanced air defense systems. NBC News correspondent Cal Perry has the very latest from Kyiv.
Good morning, guys. This is a city that is weary, a city that is tired, that once again had air raid sirens throughout a night and is surveying the damage. We're here at a playground to show you the impact crater that one of these rockets left. You can see how destructive each of these individual strikes were, and there were dozens of strikes throughout the day. The death toll currently across the country more than 19 people dead, more than 100 wounded. And you can see so many of these targets were just civilians' targets, a children's playground. This playground is a miracle that nobody was killed because this park was bustling at 8:15 in the morning rush hour. And the attacks, as I said, are not over. Officials are stressing that they are worried Russia could carry out another wave of strikes. We've already seen that this morning in the city of Zaporizhzhia. A dozen rockets landing in one wave, killing one person, but again, hitting infrastructure targets, which is what we're seeing in the western part of the country as well, in the city of Lviv, taking a second round of strikes this morning. We're told the power is still out in that city. Savannah, Gotti.
Cal, stay safe out there. Thanks so much for that.
And now to the latest from North Korea, which is making provocative new comments, saying its recent string of tests were designed to simulate a nuclear strike meant to wipe out South Korean and American targets. We have full team coverage of this latest escalation with NBC News foreign correspondent Matt Bradley in Seoul, South Korea, and NBC News White House correspondent Mike Memoli. Good morning to the both of you. Matt, I will start with you. So North Korea has conducted 7 missile tests now in recent weeks, including simulated use of its tactical battlefield nuclear weapons. What do we know about those weapons, and why is this happening right now?
Yeah, Savannah, it's an interesting question. It's not just those 7 tests in just the last 2 weeks. That's a really high tempo of testing. It's actually been more than 40 since the beginning of the year, which is unprecedented. We haven't seen that ever. So this year has seen a really big ramp up in the testing of all of the missile systems that North Korea has available. And, you know, a lot of these are showing off new technology. You know, hearing from people who watch North Korea, they say there's no reason necessarily to not believe what the North Koreans' explanation is, which is that they have the tech and they're trying to test to see if it works. But at the same time, they're also trying to demonstrate to the world that they have this capability. Because up until now, we know that the North Koreans had nuclear capabilities. They tested those decades ago, so they have that. Has seen a really big ramp up in the testing of all of the missile systems that North Korea has available. And, you know, a lot of these are showing off new technology. You know, hearing from people who watch North Korea, they say there's no reason necessarily to not believe what the North Koreans' explanation is, which is that they have the tech and they're trying to test to see if it works. But at the same time, they're also trying to demonstrate to the world that they have this capability. Because up until now, we know that the North Koreans had nuclear capabilities. They tested those decades ago, so they have that. They also have ballistic missile capability. In certain places, they have long-range ballistic missile capability. But what they haven't been able to show is that they can marry the two, that they can deliver a nuclear payload on a ballistic missile and that it would be effective in reaching places like Seoul, where I am now, or U.S. military assets, military bases in this city or elsewhere on the peninsula, and places like Guam, even the continental United States. So this is a demonstration to show that not only are they able to detonate a nuclear weapon, but that they're able to reach out and use that nuclear weapon in combat. Now, they're also ramping up this technology and doing all of these tests in such a rapid pace because the pace of U.S. and North and South Korean and Japanese military exercises have also been increasing this year. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that President Donald Trump is no longer in office, and we're getting back to a footing under Joe Biden where there is more cooperation between the United States and allies here in Northeast Asia. So in many ways, it is the United States and its allies here in this part of the world that is motivating the North Korean response. Savannah?
So, Matt, what is South Korea saying about this? I mean, just earlier this year, a new conservative government was inaugurated in Seoul. How are they responding?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, Savannah. And for better or for worse, you know, the actual government that's in office in South Korea here doesn't necessarily have the same amount of traction that the government in Washington does. So whether there's a conservative government or a liberal government here in Seoul, it really is all about who is in power in Washington, whether it's Donald Trump or whether it's Joe Biden. And the government here, they're responding the way other successive governments in the past have responded. They're condemning these tests and saying that nuclear weapons are not necessary and should not be used. And that is the kind of language that you would hear from any government. But Kim Jong-un has made it clear time and time again that he doesn't even necessarily want to speak to the government here in Seoul. He wants to speak to whoever's in power in Washington. He considers Seoul to be entirely beholden to the government in the United States. And whether he's wrong or whether he's right, that means that it is Washington that sets the tone and the tempo of the diplomacy that happens here on the Korean Peninsula.
Mike,
Savannah?
that's a perfect way to bring you in here. So what is the White House's response here?
Well, to Matt's point, while the North Koreans may want to deal solely with the United States response has always been, and is in this case, to emphasize the unanimity of our alliances in the region. The United States ramping up its contacts, President speaking just in the last week, and the Vice President as well with the Prime Minister of Japan and the President of South Korea. The White House has always emphasized that all these conversations are happening in tandem, in triad, you could say, with these three nations. But there's another point worth considering here, and this is as the White House is monitoring this very closely, a meeting that the president is likely going to have in the next month. The president, in the past, we've seen that China is often a useful interlocutor here in trying to manage these tensions between the United States and its allies in the region, as well as North Korea. Now, President Biden is expected to meet in person for the first time next month with China's President Xi Jinping during a summit in Indonesia. That conversation obviously is going to cover a range of subjects, but the increased tensions in North Korea are likely to be rising to the top of the list.
Absolutely. Mike, also, though, North Korea, of course, isn't our only international concern right now. Ukrainian President Zelensky actually tweeted that he spoke with President Biden yesterday following these renewed Russian attacks we've seen in Ukraine and on the capital city of Kyiv. Do we know what was said during that call and what the White House is saying about this new line of attack from Russia?
Yeah, this is actually the second conversation between these two leaders in about a week, an indication of the extreme concern within the White House. You and I talked last week about the president's closed-door comments at the fundraiser about this as well. The White House saying that the president continued to pledge to continue providing Ukraine with support it needs to defend itself, including advanced air systems, and also to provide security, economic, and humanitarian assistance. In just about an hour, Savannah, President Biden will be taking part in a emergency meeting of the G7 leaders to talk about the urgent response here. And the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is also flying to Brussels for a meeting with G7 defense ministers, where this is going to be at the top of the agenda. Of course, the rising concern here, as there is concern that, well, for the discussions about President Putin looking for an off-ramp, he's not interested in one.
Absolutely. Concerns, as you mentioned, that he expressed of a nuclear Armageddon. And look at the conversation we're having this morning. Mike Memoli and Matt Bradley, thank you both so much for your reporting.
Now to Washington and the latest on the search of Mar-a-Lago. The Justice Department is set to respond by today to former President Trump's request to vacate a ruling from the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Trump filed the emergency motion to the Supreme Court last week, just hours after the appeals court allowed the DOJ to resume its review of the documents seized in the FBI raid of Mar-a-Lago. Let's bring in NBC News analyst and former federal prosecutor Glenn Kirshner. Glenn, good morning. First, let's go back a little bit here. What's Trump's legal team arguing, and why do they want to reverse the appeals court ruling?
You know, Trump's legal team has been trying to argue that a former president should enjoy some sort of special status in the law. So he should be entitled to, for example, a special master, an independent third party to review everything that the FBI seized from him pursuant to a lawfully issued, a judicially issued search warrant. And, you know, most people, I think, are of the mind that, well, the law should treat everybody the same, should treat everybody equally. So why should a former president get this special treatment, have an independent third party review everything? But, you know, I would hasten to add that the law actually doesn't treat everybody the same. When federal prosecutors, when the FBI searches an attorney's office, well, that attorney will typically get a special master appointed to review all the materials that have been seized for potential attorney-client privilege. I could see the appellate courts wrestling with this unprecedented set of facts, the search of a former president's home, and say, you know what, we're going to put a former president in the category of an attorney. We're going to say we're going to build some extra safeguards into the system and let this special master review run its course. So, you know, we're all closely watching what the 11th Circuit will do. And then, of course, the outlier is Donald Trump's defense team has already filed an emergency appeal with Justice Clarence Thomas, who has supervisory responsibility over the 11th Circuit. So there are a lot of moving legal pieces in this one.
Now, Glenn, when it comes to prosecutors, what options are available to the DOJ when responding to Trump's request? What are you expecting to see from the federal prosecutors?
Oh, I expect they're going to hold the line. They're going to say, listen, we acquired this evidence lawfully pursuant to a judicially issued search warrant. And they're probably going to argue that the president is but a mere mortal and the DOJ should be allowed to go about its business in a timely manner of conducting a criminal investigation of documents that, let's call it what it was, were stolen by the president from the executive branch, from the government, and were seized and returned to the government. And now DOJ needs to do a prompt and thorough investigation to see where criminal liability might lie.
And what's next for the DOJ investigation once this legal battle is passed?
Well, I have to believe they are dug into these documents. They're probably subpoenaing grand jury witnesses to testify about the documents, whether they were shared, whether they were compromised, whether they were leveraged. And, you know, Donald Trump just sort of infamously said at one of his rallies, they're my documents and I want them back. And, you know, that is not only pretty telling, it is also potentially an admission that could be used in a future prosecution if one is brought against Donald Trump.
Glenn Kirshner, thanks so much. Now to your morning news now. Weather, it looks like a pretty big cold front is headed our way. We've got meteorologist Michelle Grossman.
Yeah,
she's in the studio, right?
I know. She's right here in the studio. We got some showers in the middle of the country, right? What's happening?
We have some showers, some storms. By the way, I feel like I'm like a family reunion. You guys look so similar. Like,
I know.
Right?
We're debating on who's going to lose the glasses because there are one set of glasses too many on this desk.
I love it.
Both not know what's going on.
You're both adorable. All right. Yeah, let's talk about the storms because we are looking. Well, let's start with freeze warnings because it is so cold in so many spots. We're looking at frost advisories, freeze warnings. We're starting out with temperatures in the 30s in a lot of spots. So upstate New York into New Hampshire, Vermont, also Maine, looking at that chilly start. We're looking at temperatures 30s, 40s, 51 degrees right now in New York City. It's going to warm this afternoon once that sun really gets going. But as we look towards the west in the plains, we are so above normal for this time of year, 15 to 20 degrees above normal. It's this big area of high pressure. It's funneling in this warm air, also some humidity. So it's hot, it's humid in some spots, and it feels like August in a lot of spots. So temperatures for the highs today, 15 to 25 degrees above what is average for this time of year. That is in the red, and this is what's ahead of the cold front. Once that cold front moves through, it's going to knock down the temperatures, and we're going to see a big difference over the next several days. But again, it's feeling like August in some spots in mid-October. What does that look like? It looks like 85 degrees in Omaha today, 19 degrees above normal for this time of year. Minneapolis, 81. Wichita, 84. We're warm also in Green Bay, just 75. But that's 14 degrees above normal for this time of year. Then this warmth is going to move off to the east. So there's that cold front back here. Here's the warm air. We're looking at 90s in Dallas, also in Houston tomorrow, 91 in Dallas. That's 12 degrees above normal for this time of year, 69 in Buffalo, 71 in Boston. Then we'll keep it warm on Thursday in portions of the mid-Atlantic. We're looking at temperatures right around 71 on Thursday. We drop it down because that cold front's going to move through the Northeast. That's going to bring the chance for showers and storms. So 66 on Friday, 64 on Saturday. Feeling nice and crisp. It was a great weekend last weekend. We're going to do another one once again this weekend. We have those mild highs. We have the chance for strong to severe storms. I'll get in that in just a second. Much cooler temperatures in the Pacific Northwest. We were warm yesterday. There's that cold front. It's a strong one. It's going to bring the chance for strong wind gusts. It could be damaging. Some lightning, also some.
What's the deal? What is really going on? 10 views?
We begin our show this morning with two major foreign policy challenges for President Biden: the war in Ukraine and North Korea's worrying new missile tests.
Yeah, Ukraine's capital, Kyiv.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on this 17-year-old girl that caught a body after robbing another teen for his gun and then shooting the wrong person. Sunday, August 28th, 2022. It was 10:06 at night when the Pottstown police were dispatched to a call for shots fired in the area of Grant Street and Union Alley. Arriving at the scene, officers would find blood stains and several spent shell casings, but no victim. Minutes later, officers were notified of 2 gunshot victims that had arrived at the local hospital in separate vehicles. A 25-year-old man identified as Dakari Rome was pulled from a vehicle driven by friends with a gunshot wound to the chest, dying only moments after. The second victim, a 17-year-old male whose name was withheld due to his age, was driven to the hospital by his mother and suffered a gunshot wound to the hand. He would be treated and released within hours, and 4 days later, an arrest was made. 18-year-old Kasim Williams was arrested after U.S. Marshals executed a search warrant on a home in North Philly's Hunting Park neighborhood. Kasim would face charges of third-degree murder, attempted murder, aggravated assault, conspiracy, robbery, and a list of other charges as police released a detailed report stating what took place the night of the shooting and that another suspect was wanted. To everyone's surprise, U.S. Marshals were now after a 4'7", 17-year-old girl who law enforcement believed was the shooter. Pottstown police investigators and the Montgomery County Detectives Bureau would align in a joint investigation into the double shooting. Through interviews and surveillance video, it was determined the 17-year-old surviving victim and 25-year-old deceased victim Dakari were hanging out with Kasim Williams and Jamie Bonds, the 2 identified suspects. A third unidentified female was also present as the group of 5 traveled in Dakari's Audi SUV with Jamie behind the wheel. The vehicle could be seen pulling into the Gulf gas station just after 9 p.m. as Kari, Seem, and Jamie all went inside while the unidentified victim and unidentified female stayed in the back seats. They leave, travel into a parking lot in the 600 block of Grant Street where the group played the Orbeez Challenge, a TikTok challenge in which they shot each other with plastic guns that fired water beads. The group would then be driven by Jamie to Grant Street and Union Alley, where things took a turn for the worst. Seem was sitting in the passenger side back seat, allegedly took out a handgun and handed it to Jamie, who was still in the driver's seat. Seem could then be seen on video exiting the SUV at 9:59 p.m. That's when Jamie aimed the gun at the 17-year-old male, who reached for the gun when she fired, sending a bullet through his hand and unintentionally into the chest of Dakari. The 17-year-old male, realizing she just tried to kill him, can then be seen exiting the vehicle and running down Union Alley, while Jamie got out, handing the gun over to Seem, who then fired multiple times at the teen, who kept on running. Both suspects would get back in the vehicle with Kari, who was bleeding out, and the other unidentified female. They drive to the emergency room, but they didn't make it in time to save Kari. And with Seem arrested, a search warrant for his cell phone would reveal a motive behind what took place.
Damn.
Kari had texted Seem from inside of the SUV only moments before the shooting saying, "Yo, ask him to hold his gat. Once he give it to you, tell him he burnt." Seem would reply saying, "Tell him let you hold it while I drop him off up there. Once he do, don't give it back." These texts would reveal Kari and Seem had planned to rob 17-year-old Lil Smokey, a teen who they both knew. Smoke also provided police with an interview at the hospital after he'd been shot in the hand, telling police he possessed a 9mm Glock that night. He went on to say he handed the gun to Kari, who handed it to Seem, and Seem would pass it off to the 17-year-old girl Jamie, who began playing with it and recording herself on her cell phone.
Damn.
That's when she turned towards him, aiming the gun, and said, "What else you got?" Arrest warrants were issued August 29th, the day after the murder, and 17-year-old Jamie Bonds would remain on the run until October 8th, when U.S. Marshals placed her in custody inside of a home on Lambert Street in North Philly. Because of text messages revealing the robbery motive, the charge of third-degree murder has now been upgraded to second-degree murder, followed by the remaining charges of attempted murder, robbery, etc. It would seem 25-year-old Dakari, the oldest of everyone involved, was the one who came up with the idea of robbing 17-year-old Smoke. For whatever reason, the two men decided to have the 17-year-old girl initiate the robbery, and she would shoot Smoke through the hand as Kama placed a bullet into the chest of Dakari. Many would assume they tried to backdoor Smoke, and the fact that they were friends makes it look even worse, as a picture posted to Dakari's Instagram would show him standing to the right of Seam with Smoke all the way on the left-hand side. The tan gun in Smoke's hand is alleged to be the gun they try to rob him for, meaning Kari is standing in a picture with his friend Seam, who's charged with his death, while Smoke's holding the gun that ended his life. But those close to Kari are painting a different picture. When Lil Smokey was shot, he ran down the alley to his mother's house, which is how he was transported to the hospital so fast. Allegedly, Smoke had recently broken into a home in the area, was acting like a crash dummy, and Dakari wanted to take his gun because Smoke was becoming too problematic. It was supposed to be a lesson learned, a form of street discipline, as Smoke himself wasn't just an innocent victim, but an active participant in the lifestyle. He easily gave up the gun, handing it to Kari because there was trust there. He didn't expect it was about to happen, and in the midst of taking the gun, for whatever reason, the 17-year-old girl Jamie decided to take it a step further by asking what else Smoke had on him, making it seem like a full-on planned robbery. Whether or not she meant to fire is the question. Smoke raised a hand, a bullet went through it, but once Kasim grabbed the gun and started firing at Smoke as he ran, it only made the robbery and attempted murder seem that much more intended. The craziest aspect is that from Kari's perspective, he wanted to humble a wild street kid who was crashing out, as he was too active in the streets. But it would end with Kari losing his life, Seam and Jamie crashing out, and Smoke snitching on the ones he once called friends.
Damn.
Seam is now facing a life sentence, while Jamie's age may spare her from the possibility of life, as the sentence of life would be replaced with decades instead. With an overwhelming amount of evidence, it'll be hard to justify what took place, and a plea deal can be expected from both suspects. Now this is a lot to process. It's a sword, and it's a double-edged sword. There's two sides to every story. You have Smoke, who a lot of y'all are gonna sympathize with for a lot of different reasons, right? He was one of the youngest kids out of the group. Specifically in this situation, he was the youngest aside from the girls. He was wilding out, which is normally expected from the younger ones. But apparently he was getting himself into some shit.
Right.
He had a gun on him, they asked him to hold it, he passed it off. And then they allegedly tried to rob him with his own gun, which resulted in him putting a hand up, getting shot through it, and the bullet hitting his friend in the chest, his own friend, while his friend's associate starts shooting at him as he runs off. So he snitches, he fully cooperates, gives up everything that the police want to know, tells them he had a gun, tells them what happened, how it happened. Like I said, a lot of y'all are gonna sympathize with it. Y'all are gonna be like, well, why show loyalty to people that obviously turned on him and could have possibly killed him? Unfortunately, that's the unspoken rule of the streets. You're not supposed to say shit. I mean, it isn't even unspoken. People say it all the time. You're not supposed to tell. It doesn't stop people from telling. But to hear that what happened allegedly only happened because of how wild he was, and that he was doing grimy shit behind the scenes and doing things and putting other people's names in it that he shouldn't have been, it was a form of punishment that he was supposed to go through, from what it sounds like. Because the other perspective is Kari's. Kari being the older one, the one that Smoke most likely looked up to.
Damn.
And Kari, it sounds like, wanted to teach him a lesson about the situation. We're gonna take the gun, we're gonna make you feel like a victim, and maybe it'll calm your ass down a little bit. And instead, it ended horribly. Kari died, Seam and the girl crashed out. And this kid, I mean, now he doesn't have his friends. Most likely his street reputation, since he just told. And being that he's from Pottstown, Philly, fucking like they're like 30 minutes away. That probably put a big target on his back. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Because they get shit done out there. Especially Philly. They get shit done. I don't know if y'all seen the shooting videos from over there, but that shit's like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. It hasn't even come out yet. But what can we learn from this, though?
Damn.
You got a young kid trying to prove himself. Those are the most dangerous motherfuckers to be around. Somebody that has something to prove. Age doesn't even matter. Because you got dudes that'll go do 20 years in prison, get out, be 40-something fucking years old, have no money, have nothing to live for. They're basically the same as an 18-year-old that just graduated high school or got kicked out of high school and got nothing to do. Except they're 40 years old. They got nothing to lose. It's a dangerous person to be around because they don't give a fuck. So what could have Kyrie done? Could have cut him off. Could have walked away from the situation instead of taking on the situation for himself. Had he just cut the kid off, the kid most likely would have crashed out. Got himself a life sentence. Did some dumb shit to somebody with that same fucking gun. Would have took himself out the game. Kyrie wanted to step down in the situation and lost his life over it. Now this 17-year-old girl, I don't know what's up with her because it ain't really normal for 17-year-old girls to be pulling out guns and, hey, yo, da-da-da. But then again, we're talking about Philly. She most likely just ruined her whole fucking life. You know what I'm saying? She could come up with whatever excuse she wants to come up with. It sounds like he's done because they're saying they got it on video of him shooting at Smoke as he's running away. It's a crashing out situation. And it seems like everybody's life has been negatively affected.
Right.
But hey, it's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
Appreciate that.
A vigil is underway tonight for a Highland Park liquor store worker who was hit in the head with a scooter and then later died.
He tried to stop a group of teenagers from stealing. Eyewitness News reporter Christian Cordero is live in the vigil in Highland Park tonight. Christian?
Ellen, David, it has been 4 days since 69-year-old Stephen Reyes was killed right here at Tony's Market in Highland Park. And you can see that there is a memorial group of people who have showed up here, giving us a little bit of a glimpse into his life and the people who cared about him. Reyes was working here Thursday night when a group of 4 people who appear to be teenagers tried running off with a case of beer. Reyes ran after them to confront them. One picked up an electric scooter and hit him in the head with it. He was hospitalized and died. Reyes is married. He has 2 daughters. When we spoke with one of them on Friday, she told us that they are all leaning into each other for strength, trying to keep it together. That's the void that he has left because it's also how he lived. Stephen emigrated here from the Philippines, did the honest work, his family says, to give them a better life.
As Filipinos, we tend to kind of are very family centered. You know, we all take care of like our elderly, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was taking care of his mom, you know, trying to work another job so that he can help around the house financially.
The family started a GoFundMe page to help with funeral, medical, and legal expenses. It has so far raised
on both parts. The kids then hit a nigga in the side of the head for some beer. And this nigga chased the niggas out the store for some beer. Come on, bro.
Is more than $40,000. Police have not arrested any suspects yet. At last word, the LAPD is still investigating.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking.
You going to jail for trying to get drunk. What the fuck? You was going to jail for stealing a beer anyway, but yeah, this shit weird, man. Yuri ain't went live yet. So we're back on Fed. Did they go live yesterday? Oh, they did.
His kids there was when they was acting bad as a little kid, and he's like, "I'm gonna take you to the hood and show you, and show them some bullshit houses."
I think Boosie still like be chilling up in like the ghetto.
I just what I said. He still go over there and shoot dice on the table. His son out there, he got more experience than the T.I. son. T.I. son looking up to little Boosie son.
But I think T.I. still have niggas around him that's still in the field.
But T.I. ain't letting his son get around that.
But he feeding off their energy. Yeah, I think he's still
Boosie, he want to go to Boosie house more than he want to be at his own daddy house. Like, Boosie got the real thugs over here. You gonna hear some crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? They don't talk that crazy shit at my house. They got a back room. I can't go in when they talking. Nigga, you
stripper hoes coming through.
You gonna see Boosie, put your pussy in this live, I give you $1,000. Yeah, I mean, he like, I want to go to his house. We don't want to go to my house. My
exactly.
Swear shit. Yeah, Boosie over there thugging. Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, we don't know that though, cuz.
Boosie thugging, nigga.
Boosie is, but you always get T.I.
T.I. is not at the house talking this low.
He just don't carry himself like that in front of the
And
camera.
and he not talking
in front of the camera though.
Even off the camera. He, hey, man.
You don't
yeah.
Look at that nigga's son.
His son is following the TV shows and the rap labels and all the shit, listening to the
I don't
shoot 'em
know,
up
bro.
Draco.
That nigga was ready to get busy out in that parking lot. I ain't gonna front. He was ready to get busy in that parking lot.
Look, it's not towards they sons, but I'm saying in general, like my era, the era we grew up in, y'all, these kids ain't never had no scars, no fights, no nothing. You hit one of these kids.
To me, that don't make a difference, bro.
Listen, you hit one of these kids, pop, they gonna break and go get a gun.
That's
we
what I'm
grew
saying.
Up fighting.
Nah,
they
but
not
look,
these
Smack,
kids not no. Nah,
I don't even think you gonna even be able to hit these little niggas. No homo. I think they gonna pull out the strap. Like that nigga was ready to pull out strap
That's
before
what
he
I'm
even
saying.
got
But we grew up catching a fade. What happened to the fading?
Ain't no phase,
I don't know
nigga.
what you talk about. These niggas,
the phase.
Niggas in that gym. These niggas ready to smoke a buff.
Nigga, niggas.
That shit's sad.
Niggas is getting the burner, nigga.
I don't know what Smack talking about.
It's sad. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel it's sad.
It's
but
sad.
shit.
Out, fool.
Yeah, what the
It's
fuck?
sad.
That's out, fool. What?
Either way, that shit leading up to a nigga getting smoked. You give a nigga the fade, you lose. Niggas doubling back.
Like Craig Daddy said, you win some, you lose some.
Nah, niggas don't like that.
It ain't no.
You live to fight another day.
It ain't no live to fight another
So
day.
y'all think y'all
homie.
man with that gun in your hand, huh?
Shit.
Low key, how old is his son? Because he might not be underage. He might be, you know.
Oh, T.I. son?
Yeah, how old is he? He 18?
18 at least.
Oh, he low key. There's nothing we can do about it. See what this nigga Charleston
Oh,
White
no,
said?
yeah, he 18 because they both went to the county jail and they had to get bailed out, remember?
Whoa.
Yeah, I just want to tell T.I. son, that nigga say my mama raised a bitch. Nigga, your mama and dad raised a yellow freak. Yeah, T.I. son say, nigga, I'll whoop your old ass. Now, T.I., you raised these kind of yellow motherfuckers. You got a yellow motherfucker, look how your son look, talking about he'll jump on a 50-something-year-old nigga. Yo, boy, hey, so T.I., the kind of boys you got, say, T.I., listen, if your boy jump on me, y'all will bury that yellow motherfucker. I shoot him right in his goddamn throat. Look, I wish an 18, 19-year-old nigga would jump on me. Boy, I Trayvon Martin, that little motherfucker. I swear to God. My right hand to God. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If T.I. son jump on me, I'm on George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, his little motherfucking ass. I'm gonna let it.
Bow, bow, bow.
Bro,
He ain't lying.
this nigga, wow.
He ain't lying. That nigga said, wow, wow, wow.
Smack
That nigga
love
said-
that nigga. That nigga Smack love that nigga. That nigga Michael Jackson.
But how
Smack.
you love a nigga talking about he finna Trayvon Martin that nigga?
Because it's a character. That's a character. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's a character.
I tried to
We
tell
ain't
you.
blaming no character
That's
on
a
that.
character.
Nah.
He not
Who
that
the
in
character?
real
Who the
life.
character right now?
That nigga said, that nigga crazy. That nigga said, nigga, that nigga run up over
Hey. Hey. Hey.
That nigga talk all that, but always calling the police.
Because he telling you I'm a law-abiding a citizen. Like, I pay taxes. I give back to the community. All y'all going off is what I'm saying on the internet. In real life, I'm not that.
He's stupid.
He's stupid foul. Of course, I know
He
that.
dumb
But he
foul.
fucking funny and everybody named mama watching.
He dumb
He
foul.
know that it's either they gonna get me, because they gonna get him because he out here talking reckless. So he know that I'm ready to die over this money. Like, I never had it. You feel me? Like, I'm a broke motherfucker. So if I'm here, I'm gonna do it up.
Nah, that nigga, that shit is crazy. I'm gonna kill your son. That nigga run up on me. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing about cuz. I was just
What?
telling Smack, cuz. this nigga is from Texas. He has the right to carry.
Right. That's
whatever.
what I'm saying.
If you run up on the
He
nigga, you really
Look,
liable to
he
get.
gonna do it up.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
he gonna be fighting them bullets, my nigga. Stop playing with that nigga.
He telling y'all, hey, I'm gonna call the police. So when you get into me, call the police. We got this shit in black and white. So if you ever run up on him and he bang you, I promise you he ain't gonna do a day in jail.
He ain't.
Hold on.
That's why he know what he doing. He that boy playing chess on you niggas. He keep telling you, don't fall for the macking. I'm just macking on here, man.
Did T.I. respond?
T.I. ain't got
If
time.
T.I. responded, bruh. Oh my God.
So we got an individual that's 50 years old want to go at an 18-year-old child.
You sound like
What's
that nigga name?
Like, he want to go at an 18-year-old child. Now, I don't get it now. That's a kid still.
I don't know if Cuz responded.
He did.
He ain't respond. He ain't responded yet.
That's a baby.
That's
Now you need to come holler at the father. Come holler at me, man. I'm in the A, man. We can meet up, and we gonna do it without the cameras, man.
Where did T.I. respond, y'all? Where did T.I. respond? Where did T.I.? He said he did. Where? He did. Where at? Where did he respond?
His kid trying to fix his. Oh man, we gotta find that.
He said he responded to what?
To his kid.
Oh, hold on, fuck. Man, let me see.
He probably just spoke on his kid.
That shit is crazy. That shit.
Lame ass nigga.
I know this nigga probably posted it. If he ain't posted, I don't know.
Right there, T.I. and Charleston White.
Let's see, cuz.
Going at it.
Let's see, okay. That's still Charleston White.
Right
he responded.
Unmuted.
This nigga always got the shit,
Why
man.
he got that angle?
Shout out to my boy Flacco. Yeah, he an old nigga. He an old nigga. He an old nigga for real,
That
bro.
nigga love that bullshit ass angle. But that's the angle of a nigga not trying to get a drop on
Unmute
it.
it before you get to him.
The motherfucker hang up and hit across.
Whatever grown that man fix they face. You right, Trail. Whatever grown that. Oh, that was smack. That was right. Whatever grown that man.
Frito Bang, I got you. Say less.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up about it.
I got you. Say less. Whatever man can fix his motherfucking face to talk shit about a motherfucking kid, bro. He's a hoe ass nigga.
You pussy ass nigga.
Nigga come deal with the daddy.
Do what I
say. Come with daddy, get on your ass. You gonna remember hit 911 and wait on the one to come to follow behind.
And I ain't ever seen that.
Yeah.
Nigga, if you don't want no problem, what you keep on kicking up dust for, nigga? What you keep kicking up dust for if you don't want no trouble, nigga?
Yeah.
And whatever grown ass man fix they face, talk about a fucking child.
I caught everything he just said,
like
y'all.
that.
Y'all heard it. You know what I mean? Like I knew, like,
I
bruh.
like
I know
that.
how T.I. responds because I be following him on the shit, and he be like getting back. Like, man, I already knew that he was gonna say. I swear, that's crazy.
I like that.
They said you seen it before.
So my mama heartbeat, I ain't seen it.
Yeah, you seen it, bitch.
My mama could die right now wherever the fuck Cassandra Renee Hambrick at if I'm lying.
Why you come up in here? Hey, look, hold on. Why you come up in here so aggressive?
Why you gotta come in here?
Because you was
hungry?
coming up. You came in here on some bullshit.
I came
You
here on
did some bullshit. No, you did some bullshit.
How I didn't do
And
no
you come up
bullshit.
in
I
here
didn't do no
mad at
bullshit.
us.
I'm not mad at nobody.
You went up in the community hugging all on, loving all on.
And that made you mad? That's just like Charleston. You
It
mad
made me
over
mad, yeah, because you looking crazy. You
No, I'm not looking
crazy.
crazy.
Matt, he mad too.
He can be mad. I don't give a fuck
You
about
rubbing
you
on
being
that.
mad.
I like that
He
for
been
you.
mad.
I don't like you
don't
grabbing
give
me.
a fuck.
But go viral though, my fault. I don't never
Yeah.
want to tell a
Nah,
nigga how to go
shake your
viral.
hand.
Yeah, go
Fuck
viral,
all
bro.
my
Go
fault.
viral,
Shake your
bro.
hands.
Go viral, bro. Go viral, bro.
No,
Hey,
like
I got
that.
a video we
Nah.
could do for MacWap TV. You the viralist. We go.
Yeah, I know all that part. Hey, back on big, you hear me? They always want to change the narrative. You hear me?
Smack GPS. GPS in this motherfucker.
Hey,
GPS.
shout out GPS, no cap.
You know what I'm saying? Big GPS.
We with you, Smack. Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Ah, hell no.
Yeah,
Don't
I
be
know.
with that nigga. He
Hold
bullshit.
up, that part. Come on, man. Believe that. Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
nigga.
I know. The people gonna let the record reflect.
People, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Back to my nigga T.I. Get on that nigga, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was my son, nigga, I'd be on, cuz. Right now, I took a flight to Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up about that.
And he was gonna smoke your stupid ass so he get the text.
Yeah,
hey, your son threatened me and thought they're gonna daddy. Get him. I'm gonna kill him.
Get at my nigga, though. Bitch ass nigga. Hoe ass nigga got the gang fucked up, nigga, out here. Nigga, you feel me?
I just feel sorry because I just hope nobody don't throw their life away trying to hurt that dude, man.
If they was to get in the ring, who you think would win?
He's not gonna win. He got one eye.
Who?
Charles and White.
Oh, he got one eye?
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why he
took his eye out on the shit.
Oh, he took his eye. Literally took that.
On the interview.
On the interview, he took his eye out and put it in the camera like this.
Oh, yeah, he's smoking a nigga then.
He's for sure smoking,
He's smoking a nigga.
shit.
I'm for sure smoking a nigga.
He tell you, I'm crippled. I got one eye, and you
crazy.
talking about you gonna slap me. I am. He be saying some shit, boy. That boy
That's crazy. I did not know he had it.
Yeah, he got one eye. That nigga took that motherfucker out and put it in the camera.
I feel bad for that nigga down. Golly.
He said everything he talk. You talking to a crippled man. I ain't got one of
Hold
these.
on. Where this is crazy.
Look, that's when he had the dreads.
Wait, he had dreads? I thought that was Fetty Wap, my nigga.
No, when he had the dreads.
Oh my God. Can we rewind this?
Oh, nah. Nah. Look at that nigga. Dirty hand ass nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Bruh. What?
Wow.
That's his right eye, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is the niggas you arguing with? This nigga?
This is
Jail in the state and federal.
Real smoker.
That's some smoke.
Yeah, he never did dope.
Nigga, he sounds just like you.
I never did dope.
That nigga pop that motherfucker. Dirty black and mild fingers popping his eye out.
I can't see that shit. I don't want to see that shit.
That nigga just rolled up a backwood with them same dirty fingers and put his eye in. Nasty.
That shit is crazy the way he just did that, my nigga.
I got turned on to him when he had the dread. He said,
See if she gonna hook it up.
what I got? I know. I found out about him when he had dreads. Anyway.
Oh, you been knew the nigga then.
I sent this shit to everybody because he reminded us of Floyd's daddy. Floyd's stepdaddy. Come on, Floyd. Come on, Deborah. Hit me. You going to jail. Right? I'm calling 911. Shout out Earl. He's still here. Hey, right? So
everybody say hello to Kehlani Blues. The
yeah,
deal,
Robert.
Blueface.
You
the
on parole,
deal,
Robert?
the deal.
And you
Everybody say
threatened
what up
me.
to Kehlani
Put it
Blues.
on the
Kehlani
books. He
say
had
what
some
up to
money.
the chat.
They put it on the books, nigga. Yeah, all that rah, rah, rah. Telling me I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah.
Fuck you, right, nigga. He was on the But that's how I floated it around.
Hey, cuz we gotta call Floyd because this nigga Smack said Floyd and them used to come by his class.
Oh God, I'm gonna call him right
now.
Open his door and say spell cat, spell dog.
right.
That's the most
Wait.
disrespectful shit.
Say that over, bro. I didn't hear that story. Just
I go viral all the time.
Cuz said he was his special ed, cuz. Right?
Yeah.
And Floyd used to run past his room, open the door and say, spell cat, spell dog, and
fucking
slam the door.
lying,
God,
my nigga.
Oh God, I'm on my Marby.
Oh, that's the funniest shit
I need
ever.
to hear it. Like, don't say on your mama heartbeat, Cap Smack. You know what I'm saying?
Cap
Yeah.
Smack. That's the nigga.
All right,
That's the nigga.
call him on your
Oh, they
phone.
saying
He
Big
ain't
Cap up in
answering.
there.
You mean now what?
What you mean? Call him on your
He
phone.
ain't answering, so you call him now. Fuck you, nigga. I ain't no cap in my rap.
Nigga, you done had no Rolls Royce outside, bitch.
Yeah, you gonna
That's what
speak
the
it.
people
all
said.
he
That's what the people said.
Fuck what the people is saying. The people don't know me from a can of paint. They just going off what the fuck we saying right now. They don't know if we telling the truth or not. That part. Like, come on, man.
Oh, so you do got the Rolls Royce outside?
That and some more shit. That part.
So you go Cap in here and Cap
Yeah,
twice.
bitch. Hey, I got it in my mind, bitch.
You should embrace that. You should embrace that special ed. You could inspire the people, the niggas
I've
that's
been
in.
inspiring them, telling them I was in this. Ain't nothing
You
new.
manifest.
This ain't
Yeah,
nothing
that's
new.
what
I
I'm saying.
have been told them I get IEP meetings and all types.
What's the
of shit.
IEP meeting?
Man, go look it up. I ain't got time to keep explaining this shit.
You never told me about no
I
fucking
know, but I
IEP.
told the people
Oh,
numerous times.
I'm like,
I'm
bro.
just so tired of explaining. what I mean? That's basically when they do it. Like, oh my God, just Google it.
I'm gonna Google it. I don't want to impose.
God damn, man. I want people to open up. Nigga, be y'all, nigga. Don't let nobody make you go
I don't want the people to cap, though.
Ain't nobody capping.
I don't want the people
Fuck
to
you,
cap.
Terrell.
I do not want the people to cap, dog.
Yeah, that's
you
a
want
fact,
some whole other
niggas
shit.
really gotta speak their truth.
I'm on some whole other shit. I'm finna call your bitch ass out on something. I got you, boy. Play with me now.
I'm playing with you.
No,
Pause.
no, I'm
well,
saying.
What's the deal?
No, I'm saying I ain't got nothing right now, but I'm saying I'm gonna call your ass out on something, nigga. I'm gonna watch motherfucker. Fuck you. Don't worry about it. Hey, y'all ain't mad. Do your thing. Get yours off. Big, bye. Hey, let that 100 round drum go.
This nigga real crackhead, huh?
Yeah,
All right, y'all back, man. This is T-Rail. No Jumper, man. I'm here with my boy Drinks with Jinx, man. I have, you know what I'm saying, the pleasure, him co-hosting with me today. And we got Northside Navy in the building. Don't worry about nothing. How y'all doing?
Man, we rolling out. We doing good, man.
That's right. Gucci and Gabbana. Yeah.
What's happening, dope? What's happening, dope?
Hold on, first, getting excited.
Yeah. What's the deal?
You know how many different emotions you go through when thinking about No Jumper, dog? Like, hold
Bro.
on, what fit I'm gonna put on? Wait, hold on. Should I put the golds in there and come in?
Right.
Baby, hold on.
The anxiety level is just up to the roof,
I was
bro.
gonna go get my face tied in some more. Bro, hold on.
I beat you to it, big dog.
Yeah, you did.
That part. I just jump here ready to talk to you. Nigga, you already know what's happening.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Man, you know what I'm saying? I just feel really, compelled to do this. One, because I just feel like I have a lot in common with my nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? Love you to death, you feel me? And then two, y'all has just been, hustling and doing y'all thing out here. You feel me? Like out here in the streets, like, and I know it'd be hard to, maneuver through this industry, especially doing what you're doing. But yeah, I feel like, just period, just street. Like I feel like, I'm like, damn, I'm really in touch with these, like, I with them. So let's bring them on. You feel me? My boy was like, and I think something, I think they'll be good for you. I'm like, you know what? You damn right. You feel me? So yeah. I mean, I seen you, but when I really start studying, you feel me? And then and then I figured out, I studied you, and I'm like, oh, he coming on because we finna talk about this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man, so for sure, because I want the people for real to know your story.
For sure.
And just like out there, a lot of when I with them, right out the gate, they don't give me their left hand. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be knowing what's wrong with me. But when you give me your left hand, it's just like, okay, I respect this, like, and I know what this is going through. I be feeling like, I feel the energy, because it fuck with me that I can't shake a nigga hand with my right hand, because that shit fuck with me bad. Mm-hmm. So, and I feel like when I was younger, I felt like that shit gave me, like, that was my connection to niggas. Like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? My nigga, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you. And now I can't really do that shit, and it fuck with me. So when niggas give me their left hand and I get the chance to do that, I hold you a little bit. Like, yeah, I fuck with you. So, outside, like, that was my point, to connect. Before I even start talking, I really appreciate that shit. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Oh, God in heaven.
There we go.
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know I had to tell my little damn story. But you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? From the start, man. Tell them about yourself, man.
Man, shit, man. It's the Navy. It ain't gravy. It ain't PB and baby. And now Boogie Stone, you know what I'm saying? We connected with my boy. And shit, man, we just some motherfuckers out of Inglewood really trying to make this shit brack. I'm really trying to get it going, bro. Like, we ain't looking for no handouts. Everything that we doing hand and foot our own self. We ain't asking nobody for nothing, homie. We ain't asked nobody for nothing. So the point that where we at right now, it's been all off hard work and just, you know what I'm saying, all of us putting our shit together and really trying to make something out of ourselves. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and we just trying to shine from there, bro. Tell our story. Like I say, man, each one of our stories is legit. It ain't fabricated. Ain't no cap rapping this. Ain't no faking. Ain't no front. I ain't telling nobody else's story. I'm not telling my dad's story. I'm not telling my brother's story. I'm telling my story. So it's gonna be legit. You feel me? Like I say, I ain't promoting the violence. I ain't promoting none of that. But what I'm doing is telling my story, how I handle situations and shit. I've been through a lot. That's why the shirt say realest Asian rapper, because I could put the 5 on that. Nigga can't no other nigga Asian rapper out here. You know what I'm saying? Go against what I'm saying, bro. Because I've been doing this shit since '94, nigga. I've been banging since 12. You know what I'm saying? From a blood gang. In Inglewood. So
what influenced you to join the gang?
Shit, man. Honestly, shit, like everybody has their own aspects on why they join the gang, and some niggas' aspects ain't right. But I wanted family. I didn't have no family, bro. You feel me? I didn't have nobody looking out for me. It was just me, my mom, my grandma. And when they took me away from her and put me in a group home, it's like shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was already in Inglewood, so I was like, before they took me from the group, put me in a group home, I just wanted people to, you know, to be loved, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I was looking for. I didn't have no dad. I didn't have my mom work all the time. You know what I'm saying? My grandma did her work too. So it's like, I wanted family, bro. And I seen the camaraderie in it. You know what I'm saying? And then
my nigga,
when you building your name, and I was 12, so it like, you know what I'm saying? I seen the love that they gave. Hey, go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it because I want the love. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? And the flame just got behind that. You know what I'm saying? And I seen like, damn, they really, from what I'm seeing, they really love a nigga for this, and it was family.
Right.
That's how I felt at that time. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Why all you Asian niggas want to be bloods? Every nigga I had in this motherfucker, y'all niggas storing up the beat, and the niggas over here up north, you niggas down here. I'm like, God damn, you feel me? Where the Crips at? You feel me? It's all good.
Now, little do people know that you and PB are actually brothers.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess his parents adopted you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How old were you when his parents adopted you?
I was in my teens, man, so like 15, but I stayed there for a minute. And then I was bad. I was doing my own thing, so but I always stay connected. Like I was saying, like in interviews, like I used to be coming back. This nigga be 6 years old, 5 years old in the bed, nigga. Like as soon as I hit that switch on, like, you know, he like, what you doing? Like, man, go to sleep. Damn, what you still up for? I see the, you know, they had the computers. He got all the cash money, CDs all spread out. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like pulling out my pallet, like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you putting the shit back? Like, why you? He's like, yeah, man, you know, I was playing your CDs, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, where your strap at? Man, kick back, Jack. You feel me? Like, yeah, you know?
Hey, it was like once I seen it, I wanted it. You feel me? Like,
Damn. Like, how did that come to? You know what I'm saying? Coming to be like your mom adopted him. Like, where did y'all meet? Like, how did that whole thing happen?
It's crazy, like how life will really do a full circle on you. But at one point,
get your mic.
Yeah, get your my bad. It's crazy how life it'll do a full circle on you. At one point in time, my stepdad, my dad, pretty much who raised both of us or whatnot. He was ministering at a church or whatnot, and he was a part of a. You could probably explain it better than I could.
Yeah, he was like he was at Victory Outreach, and my grandmother was going there, and I was in a juvenile hall, and I guess my mom and my grandmother reached out to him because he was a minister, like he was one of the top people there, and then they were like, my son is in juvenile hall, this and that. Can you know what I'm saying? Can you go talk some sense into him? Because you know what I'm saying? Like I say, his stepdad, which was raised us, like, you know what I'm saying? He was in the streets, but he changed his life around. So at that point in time, he came to visit me in juvenile halls, like, bro, this, and that. And you know what I'm saying? When I got out, man, he was like, we taking you in.
And this was in Inglewood.
This right here was in Hawthorne. They stayed in Hawthorne at the time, but I still stayed. My family stayed in Inglewood. So even when I was in the group homes, they took me at 13. I would AWOL them bitches and go straight back to Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? Where the trap spot at? Where the house that everybody be in? And then the homies would put me up like, oh here, you know what I'm saying? Go snag you some toothbrush, some deodorant, some hygiene, bro. You gonna be in here. You know what I'm saying? And you know they would look out. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, hey. Little blood, woo, woo, hey, this is happening right here. We got to play over here. Hey, here goes some brand new shoes, brand new chucks. Like, they would just, you know what I'm saying, look out for me. And then eventually, like, I'll get bumped up by the law. They'll be like, oh, you AWOL. They'll take me back to group homes or the juvenile hall or the McLaren hall. And then I just, you know, I'll wait till another group home or whoever else come get me. And then I'll be out of here again. And just, it was like a cycle, bro.
Because where's the relationship with your moms and pops right now? Because, like, they actually, like, you know, let's say, like, you know, I can't control this nigga. I got to give him up, man. Here it go. Like, are you still, like, do you have a relationship with him right now?
With my mom. Yeah, my dad, he passed away in the Philippines in January. But my mom, I got a relationship with her. But at the time, she was young. So, like, the shit that I was getting into, she felt like it would be more structured. Like, when they took me and they was like, she has to do what she has to do, she felt like, man, I can't really take care of him because he's running around doing what the fuck he want to do. So, she was just like, I think at the time, she didn't know that just turned my savage up because in there, it was like, you know, it'd either be a shark or a guppy. So she was like,
this fool was different, bro. Like, at 15, 16, whatever it was, when he came to us, like, you could tell he had already been through. This nigga had gang tats at 15. Like, and that's what I wanted to do. That's where a lot of my influence came from as far as, like, music selection and not knowing that I wanted to be part of the red team, not blue. You get what I'm saying? Because I didn't even understand wholeheartedly what it was at the time.
Right.
His influence kind of like just because that's what he was into, and it wasn't no joke. Like I said, we was kids. This nigga already had it. So
did you go over there and get put on?
Huh? Yeah, no, I got an official put on, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So he influenced your ass to go over there.
Nah.
To go get your ass whooped.
So, cause you want to come see the gun? Come on.
That's
come on.
It really happened later. It happened a little bit later in life, but I had red ties. You feel me? Already, my dad, prior to preaching or whatnot, he was a member out of Inglewood or whatnot. So I was like, before I knew what blood and Crippin was, I knew that I was gonna be on this side. You get what I'm saying? But I moved around a little bit too. So it was like I just knew that I didn't want to be a part of them because my dad and brother was this. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that's just how that came about. But for a long time I didn't want it. You feel me? And then you kind of run into obstacles or situations in life where it's just like, you know what, fuck it. And
did y'all move back to Inglewood, or y'all was still in Hawthorne this whole time, or you just went back to Inglewood with him?
Nah, so my dad is from Inglewood or whatnot, but at the time, so when he left us, we did actually move back to Inglewood on a different side of Inglewood, not the north side, not where we from, but yeah, we did move back to Inglewood.
How many years apart are you guys in age?
Like 15 or like nah.
It ain't that much. Probably like 10.
Okay.
Something like that.
So when he came in to your household at what, 15, 16?
Yeah, he was 6.
He was only 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
Okay.
It was different. You feel me? It was.
Yeah, I would say black don't crack, but I don't know.
Hey, no. Hey, hold on.
What's the
black don't crack, Asian don't raisin.
Yeah, I mean, golly.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, the thing. Let me say this, bro. It wasn't an influence or nothing like that. Like, that's my little bro, and I felt like, bro, because he was in Pasadena playing football, doing his thing, and he knew a lot of the people in Dena. You feel me? I just felt like if you gonna gangbang, homie, this was my thought process. Like, I'd rather have you somewhere where I know, like, if they fuck with you, they got to deal with me, bro. You know, not saying that he can't handle himself. I ain't saying that. But sometimes, you got people and you got all politics. Type of politics. You got all type of drugs involved, and you don't know who might try to test you. And I know one thing for me, like,
you'll be a crash dummy real fast.
Yeah,
if nobody got love for you over there. And if you just dumb enough to go.
And if you cross a certain line with me, bro, like, it's a fine line that that I put right there. So if you cross it, like you already know what's coming.
That part.
So you grew up, you did your thing, but you actually started going to school. You actually, well, you didn't start going. You were already in school, but you played football. Like, how far did you, you know what I'm saying, you take that? Did you take it out of high school?
Yeah, a little bit. I played at Chafee College for a little bit, then I had a baby at 19, so I was just like, okay, I gotta get money. So now, like, as soon as that happened, I went and figured out how to get my CDL, and that's been funding life ever since, and it's been.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I got a trucking company, so.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Might need you to drive. Hold on.
Yeah, but what was your original goals that you wanted to, you know, complete? You know what I'm saying? That you wanted to be successful.
I think as black people, period, we just don't make goals enough. Because I didn't have goals. I mean, shit, I just had a birthday the other day, and I'm surprised, you know, like it's a blessing just to be here. But now I'm trying to make more goals. But like, I think, you know, we want to grow up so fast. When we in elementary, we want to hurry up and get to 6th grade. When we in middle school, we want to hurry up and get to high school and get done. That shit happens so fast, and I didn't get a chance to really just enjoy it. You feel me? I jumped into making money, and then life hit.
Straight
you know,
up.
had kids, and the streets as well.
Damn.
They play a role, and
I ain't never heard nobody put it like that. When he said that shit, that's real, bro. That's exactly what happened to me, bro. That's exactly. And that's why I moved the way I do now. That's why my company is Forever Living Young. All of that.
So where did the love for music come about? Was it after high school, or, you know what I'm saying, like right after college?
music, I feel like it's been a part of my life, my whole life. Like, it's crazy because like being raised. All right, so once my parents split up or whatnot, you know, you kind of only hear whatever mom plays in the car or whatever you might hear at school, and then whatever he left me with. So like when he left, it was like a big gap where it was like, okay, like now I kind of find myself in like what I like, but it kind of just stayed with even me. Like, okay, I like No Limit, I like the Odd Boys, I like Snoop Dogg. Like it was a lot of like gangster rap and like click rap, where as far as like they just made it look good fucking with each other as tough as they did, and just how militant they moved and precise with everything they had going on. I thought it was just like damn, I want to be like them, you know, like. And then shit, like I said, bro, like he kind of just put the fire to the rest of it. You feel me? Like this nigga was wearing Jabot jeans and red bandanas with gang tats at 15. I was trying to figure it out.
I got a question for Pete Thizzle, right?
What's up?
So, right. So, you know, being an Asian dude, right? Growing up in a black family and in a black household, right? I'm pretty sure PB mom got down in the kitchen, nigga.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Did you pick up any of them skills in the kitchen?
No.
Nah.
Hell no.
That nigga said, hell no.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to tell her what's the easiest thing that she could cook, and she was like, "Do you know how to cook do you know how to like peel potatoes?" I'm like, "Hell no." She said, "Well, come here," because I didn't like to cook. I don't give a fuck. But I will be hungry in that motherfucker, homie. And she'll be like, she taught me how to cook French fries. She peeled the potatoes, cut them up right there, put them in the boiling grease, and was like, "This is something you can make fast, quick. You ain't got to do too much."
The Asian community is not gonna like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Asian community and the Mexican community right now are number one out here, nigga. They fucking can do anything. Nigga. But back
we
to
fucking with them tough though.
Yeah, right.
But that's a lot of the fan base.
Back to the rapping. Like, who made who? Like, say, you know what, nigga, we finna do this shit.
I probably gotta say like I had played with it a little bit before I went to the pen this last time. And I would say I was in the pen, homie, and this fool was like, bro, like we be fucking around on it before I went to the pen. I was fucking around, he was fucking around, he was trying to find his way in that shit. But I say like, when I was in the pen this time, he was like, bro, you get out, man, we gonna rap, homie, we gonna do this. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about no rap, homie. You feel me? I'm worried about the shit that's going on in my life. He like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? We gonna rap. And I'm like, bro, fuck rap, homie. Straight up. I'm like, that shit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I see the rappers now, like, there's a reason why they call that shit entertainment, bro. And like I say, now that I'm in my later years and I'm older, bro, it's like everything that I can speak on is gonna be trill. But most of these people, like in this entertainment industry, a lot of these people, like, that shit is entertainment. They've been doing it. It's a job, bro. It's 19. You've been doing this shit. So your time in the street is really kind of like limited, bro, on how you thugging, bro. So when he was saying rap, I'm like, fuck rap, bro. I got life issues going on, bro. And he just kept pressing that shit. And when I got out, he like, we gonna rap and we gonna do this, and it's Navy, North Side Navy, and I'm like, bro, I could give a fuck, like, you know what I'm saying?
You made up the name.
We juggled across a couple of different ones or whatnot, but like I said, everything was. I mean, shit, if I don't give them credit now, it came from before. You get what I'm saying? But it all came from No Limit, Cash Money. Yeah. Okay, we from Inglewood. Okay, we can't take No Limit. You get what I'm saying? But I like that tank. Hold on. Northside Army, that sounds weird. Northside Navy, okay, and we agreed on it, and it just kind of worked, and then it stands for so much more than just that. This is a platform for any and everybody. You feel me? He not from our area, but he's from our area. You get what I'm saying? And anybody that's trying to get in with what we got going on, you get what I'm saying?
It ain't just for blood. Northside Northside is just a part of the section we from.
It's a north side in every city.
Yeah, it's just for real niggas. It's for militant troopers, bro. You could be Keyway, you could be SA, you could be whatever you are. If you a trooper and you stand down, stomp down for what you believe and what you say, then fuck it. You could be the Navy, nigga, because we moving militant like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask you: is there other Asians in, Northside Navy?
Nah,
like from your section?
Nah, I'm the only Asian from my section, and like other than the homie that I met a couple years ago that's younger than me, that's Asian, that's Cambodian from Center Park, blood. I'm the first one in Inglewood, 94, bro. You feel me? I've been banging since 94. I got over a dub in this shit, bro, and I've been through all of that shit. Been shot 12 times, fought murder, the whole nine, bro.
Right.
So
now I know you said you did some time. How long did you do in prison?
This last time I've been to Japan 5 times, bro. So the last time I say like 22 months.
Okay.
What the fuck did you do?
This nigga go to jail for the same shit every time.
Nah, like it be all.
I would say
different shit, but
yeah, it be it had to do with some assault. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
But but I didn't, man. I didn't have gun, bro. I didn't been to the county jail at least I know for sure more than 29 times, bro. You feel me? And
I was a real head case, fool. When he go to jail, he's not easy to deal with.
Man, I be tripping.
When he was in there, you feel me? I'm thinking, all right, how we gonna keep this nigga focused to where such and such from the hood, G homie from the hood, not calling me like, hey, so what's going on? You get what I'm saying? Like. All right, this what we gonna do, you feel me? This what you feel me? I feel like it'll give him something else to, cause he fuck with the cars tough, you feel me? But this will keep him a little bit more busy, and it did just that. And look where we at now, nigga.
Yeah, cause when you in jail, like I would presume, I would assume that it's kind of a little harder, cause the nigga Asian, you nigga from a black gang, and then everybody split up. So how nigga, you know what I'm saying? How these niggas greet you in that motherfucker?
I mean, but shit, it's like I'm gonna keep it real, like probably like in the 90s, it was crucial, homie, because they wasn't accepting that shit, bro. Like how now I see a lot of Hispanics that's Bloods and Crips. Only people I see really tripping is them white boys, but back then, and you got gang and you got shit whacked out, and you in the halls, you coming, nigga, you know what you got coming, bro. But so even when I hit the pen in 2000, they was like, hey, all the homies on the yard was like, hey, bro, watch homie back. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I first went to the bounty, or even in the halls, bro, like a lot of SAs hit me up with, and they find out I'm from neighborhood Paru, like, cause in the halls back then they would put black and Mexican, they would try to split it up, like they wouldn't have like both races in the cell. So when I get in the cell, they never know who I can land in there with, because really they looking at my race. They not asking. They looking at my race. They ask you where you from, but they still place you wherever by off how you look. And then I'm like, I'm from neighborhood Paru. You know what I'm saying? So they put you in a cell, whatever. But when they see that, like back then, the homies used to be like, hey, watch the homie on the yard. Like, it's like when I first hit that county jail, homie, it was like, hey, homie, who you run with? Like, I run black, homie. They're like, what? They're like, oh, hold on. So they would press the line on the blacks, homie. I kicked the riot off I'll say within the first week when I went to Wayside, they pushed the line on they tried to push a line on the blacks, like, hey, homie, y'all got to run him or it's going to go down.
Like that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the rep, at that time, he was like, man, we gonna run him. I'm like, bro, don't even trip. Hold on. Like, you know, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna just get off on you know what I'm saying? On the south side, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna kick it off. So then they put me to the hole. Then they said, okay, then they said they had the blood module still 36, 38. So bam, then I went to blood module. Then when I went to blood module, like, hey, who this little ass kid? Because I was only like 5'2", 80 pounds.
Right.
Like, who this little ass kid? They asking OSJ, like, what? They like, nah, he grown, bro. I just turned 18, bro. Like, I'm grown, bro. You feel me? So I was up in there, you know what I'm saying? Damn. But when I hit that pin, everybody watching, they like watching, like, you know, when I'm doing pull-ups, they watching my back. It was like 5 homies all the time around me, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I see it, like, I've been told some younger dudes now, like, you know what I'm saying, that was Hispanic and shit. I'm like, bro, like, gave him the rundown because now it's like they don't really trip, bro. The only people I really see trip is the white boys. The white boys find out you're a blood or a crip and they tripping. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna get off. But other than that, the Hispanics, the Hispanics ain't really. It's like it's too many now. It's a new generation. It's too many. Like they just like whatever.
Now I know you told us a couple minutes ago that you've been shot a couple times, right? Yeah. Explain that situation.
Man, it was like 3 different situations.
Bro,
okay.
This nigga called me shot, bro.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna die on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even do nothing for him right now. Nigga panicking. I'm trying to call his mom. Like, where are you at? This nigga's he's crazy, fool. Like he's the nigga. He's shot, but he's still chasing the person that shot him. Like, you feel me?
I'm trying to run him over.
I'm like, bro, like I'm like. Yeah. All of this is happening on the phone. He's like, bro, I love you. I'm like, what's going on? Like, you feel me? I'm in the middle of whatever I got going. He's like, I'm shot. I'm like, huh? He's like, I'm shot, bro. I'm like, where? He's like, in the chest. I'm like, oh, dog.
What?
I'm like, right here, I got a bullet still stuck between my. I tatted over, but I got a bullet stuck between my heart, lung, and my artery, bro. They couldn't.
If anything happened, bro, I love you.
Also, so God love you.
Man, shot my fingers off. Shot my finger off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my! You shot your finger off?
No, when I got shot, I tried to block. I tried to block it at first. You know what I'm saying? I tried to block it, but this is like the second time I was shot. This was not really. It's like the third, but really it's the second time because the first one I don't really count that because that shit wasn't shit. I was out the hospital in the day, but so I got shot. I was in a whole nother state. You know what I'm saying? I was in a whole nother state when I got shot. This time, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's a lesson. It's a lesson from that story though.
The homie just burnt out, period. That's the nigga just burnt. I ain't lying to you. You don't ride true with the nigga. That nigga burnt out.
But I felt it though. We out. It's like
why you say he burnt out? Like what? He caused the you know
it's not called
attention.
It's not. He don't cause attention. It's the point where nigga like. The nigga's a gangster, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro's a shit starter.
It's like,
he's a shit starter.
It's not a shit starter.
Nah. Hold on.
My boy giving it real. My boy giving it real right here. This your bro.
He ain't a shit starter.
I be real with it. Yeah.
I fuck with him.
Hey, you see his face? Bleeder. He's a bleeder. You feel me?
He be him, dog. Like the homie, like I be telling the homie, like sometimes you like he has no filter on his mouth, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some niggas can't handle that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But what you mean he's a shit starter? Break that down.
He's not a shit starter.
I keep that shit funky, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
whether you like it or not, bro, that's me, bro.
So niggas can't handle it.
So basically, it's like it's like me when I start talking.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I say some wild shit. Now I done went overboard, and I gotta just face whatever.
But nobody paid attention to why you said the wild shit. That'd be his role and shit. You feel me? He might say the wild shit, but he not saying it for no reason.
I'm gonna say it for you know what I'm saying?
It's the point where some niggas like, you feel me? Niggas ride the wave to get along. He don't ride the wave to get along, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with him on a basis, like, you know what I'm saying? He can hang out with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like nigga, we live in the valley, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we just out there like ducked off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We real street niggas, like nigga, and we move like the homie, you know what I'm saying? The homie walk with a lamp, stone love. Like, I can't knock it. But I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody gonna touch you, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got you feel me? If I'm rocking, I'm rocking. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he just, you know what I mean?
The homie can't take no fade.
No.
I'm not letting you take no fade.
Bro.
Hold on.
I got you.
I'm not letting you run no fade.
Hold on.
Bro, to put a nigga in the front seat.
Bro, get in the front seat. Who gonna squabble up? I'll take all mines in the front seat, bro. Anybody who want it, bro. Bro, I ain't got no discrimination. If you want to get in that front seat, bro, and I've been shot in my hand, I can't ball one of my fists. We can get in that front seat, bro. I done had plenty of squabbles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? On everything.
Get out. It's not like that. It's just the point where like nigga fight me in my ring, nigga.
Yeah,
you know
I can't stand. I can't.
Stand.
You know what I'm saying? My balance ain't all that to stand with you, but we can get in that front seat, bro.
Now tell me about.
He's a front seat advocator. Like,
nah, I believe you. I believe
nah,
you.
like within the year he's been in the front seat with somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, this is still like you feel me? He's still like that. You
On
feel
some
me?
real shit.
Yeah, you feel me? And it's like I be concerned, like, bro, like we got this going on, we got too much to lose. Like, you might tell it might go too far because that's just what we signed up for, and it's a part of it. But it's just like that's who he is.
Right.
Love blood though.
But so y'all got Northside Navy connected. Boom. Y'all making music. Do you get shot in between here, or is it like before Northside?
Nah, it was
Navy?
before.
Yeah. So all this is before
Yeah.
Northside Navy. Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Not too much before, cause what? Seattle wasn't that long.
2015. No, because I got shot. Remember the same year in 2015. I got shot 2015 in the beginning, and I got shot in May.
Now, what's the surgery you said you had to go through in order to either keep the bullet?
Oh yeah, no,
inside
in my
or
spine, yeah, because I was fully paralyzed, and they said it was 50-50 if I had to sign a paper. But that's why shout out to Rancho Los Amigos, that hospital. They did their thing on the surgery because it was like 50-50. If they remove it, I could be paralyzed from the neck down if it went bad, and if not, I probably could could walk again. There was a chance, so I took it anyways. I was like, nah, fuck that, because in my mind, I couldn't see not walking again. When I woke up out of that coma and they said, you'll never walk again, boy, I was like, damn bad, homie. I was like, nah, bro, kill me. Drop me off over here on Victoria, but I wouldn't give a fuck, homie. Yeah, that shit was a bad time.
That's crazy, because I was at Rancho.
Hell
and
yeah.
they told me, you ain't gonna walk. And your arm ain't gonna work for sure. But you not walking either. So, I mean, it's what you want to do. I was like, and I went home, I was like, Mom, I'm walking on God. I'm walking. So I trained myself, nigga, up and down the stairs and did until I can walk. But shit, it was either one or the other. But I ain't having both.
Right. You went to the one in Downey?
Yep. On God.
That part. Shout out to Downey, by the way. That part.
Shout out to Downey.
That part. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got
You hear the comment? No, that's two stories where they said y'all wasn't gonna walk. It's that mind power.
Oh God,
that
man.
mind power.
Oh God. So did that motivate you after you got shot and all of that shit? You like, you know what? I'm gonna just take bro advice. I'm gonna go full fledged with this rap shit.
No. That just really made me where I try to figure. I was just figuring out ways how I could still run them streets and still you know what I'm saying. I was able to maneuver with using my disability, homie. Okay, well shoot, they got bikes, they got scooters. So I can still do my thing if I got, on a, you know what I'm saying, on that note, you know what I mean? It wasn't gonna stop me, you feel me?
What point of time did you feel like, you gonna take bro advice and we gonna do this shit full fledged?
When I got out the pen in 2019.
Nah, hell nah.
What you say?
I would say.
I love bro. Bro, like this nigga bullshit.
If anybody gonna keep it, you feel me? Like I could fact check. You feel me? Like he wasn't fully committed until like I would say like this. You feel me? Like probably like after like 7-8 videos in, you get what I'm saying? Like okay, we could do this. Right. Oh, we doing it. Oh shit, we getting fans from here there. You get what I'm saying? And then it was other things that played a factor. But more recently, like he's been like. We like yin and yang. Sometimes I'll be like, man, fuck this shit. Then he'll be pulling me in. Then there'd be times where it'd be vice versa. But I would say of the last year for sure, there's no stopping this fool. He's set on what he's on, and like right now he's carrying a horse where like I'm going through what I'm going through. Not like that, nothing deep like that. But just life is life, in where I'm not, man, fuck rap. You feel me? I got a job, kids, other shit. So it's like that shit ain't paying like that right now. You feel me? I got responsibilities, but he'll be like, nah, bro, we got to do this. And then keep me in the studio when I don't care about being in the studio, and then vice versa. But like I would say this year, bro, like he took it all the way, like and kept going in times where I slowed down or whatnot. You feel me? Like,
see, that's strong determination right there, dog.
Cause what's the motivation?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I mean, like what keeps you, what I'm saying, motivated as far as rapping right now for you?
Really getting my story out there, because I know if it hit that big screen, bro, like the shit that I've been through and I had to endure, I know that shit, people gonna eat that shit up. And it's like I got people that I love and I care about that I want to see shine too, though. It ain't just about me. When I think about this shit, it ain't just about me. I got kids too. You know what I'm saying? I got a girl too. I got people that I want to see shine. So I know if I make it, if we make it, I know that seeing somebody else, like with the money, I don't give a fuck about no fame. Seeing somebody else, if he came to me, he say, man, Thrizzle, I want to open a barbershop. If I can help him do his dream and be successful with it, that's gonna make me happy, bro. You feel me? Like all I say, as long as my family's straight, bro, I could give a fuck. I want to see everybody around me prosper, and I want to see everybody around me doing it big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because my circle is small. It's been since we first started rapping, bro. I'll tell you, it was like we had everybody rocking with the shit, bro. And and more and more as we started leveling up, the circle started getting smaller. We started seeing the fake. We started weeding people out. People started weeding themselves out. People started hating on their like, damn, nigga, I thought you was gang with us. I thought you was team, and now you hating on us. Like, damn, like it's like that. But you know what I'm saying? You could do all that tough internet talking on the internet, bro. But it's so when I sit back and look at it, I'll be like, bro, I want to see my circle eat, bro. I don't give a fuck. I brung him. He wasn't no rapper. He's a barber. Hey, he's the best barber in the valley. So it's like, he told me he wanted to rap. I'm like, nigga, fuck it. You want to rap, nigga? I brung him to the studio. Let's rap, bro. You want to? I'm with every nigga in my circle. Every nigga that I be with. You want to do your dream? If I can help it, nigga, fuck it. Let's do it, bro. Let's get it.
You know, when y'all first started rapping, how was that shit? Like, what was the feeling on the mic where y'all was just like, you know what, nigga, this.
Shout out to Infant Pint. A real one. Definitely a real one.
I'ma put your business in the street. I'm finna expose your ass. How many times I told your ass? Snap it like you hard, acting like you God. You ain't perfect by a long shot. Tell the people what you talking about. Tell the people how you insecure. Stay starting shit cause you mad shit.
Damn. Wait. Damn, she used Wack name as a tag. She cold. What's going on?
And before I answer anything else, I want to apologize to the guys.
The King Baton. Why hit that yellow motherfucker talking about jumping on me, hurting me? Boy, you better get your boy Tip, and you better tell him you work for Crime Stoppers. He talking about I got a badge. You had a badge before I had a badge, T.I. Remember? They had you going around doing a community service, talking to the kids about reporting crime because you got caught with a bunch of guns on federal paper. We don't know how you beat them charges, T.I., because one thing every nigga in the feds know, nigga, they don't give a damn about that shit, nigga. So tell your son, you inspired me to be a tipster. Damn. Yeah, I want to be like T.I.P., nigga. Probably wear my hat and everything like you, nigga. Shit, I want to be a tipster. So tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before he end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm a George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm son T.I. Look at the King Baton. Why you?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Kelly.
She don't got no shoes on. I know. No. I am.
Does she need some water?
Look at Noonie across the street. Noonie recording too.
Girl, go on and get ready. Okay. It's okay. What the hell? She on water. Hey, she on water. What the heck?
Oh,
shit!
Hey, she trying to take out. She finna take out shit. Oh shit! Oh shit! She took out. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh damn! Oh damn! Damn! Right with your stupid ass! Oh shit! On me I did! Oh! On me!
She got water!
Oh snap! Oh!
How you let her get in
I'm trying. She almost hit the people car. She on water, Shay.
Oh!
Nah, she on water.
Oh what? Oh my God! You see? I got the whole thing on
Send me
me.
all of that, bro. Send me that too.
Come here. Shay, come here. Soon as she took off, I knew. Now your dumb ass finna go to jail. Look. Yo, stupid ass. Look at you.
You hella
Finna get locked up with. She don't got no shoes on. I know. No.
Send me all these things.
I am.
Does she need some water?
Look at Noonie across the street. Noonie recording too.
Girl, go on and get ready. Okay.
That was crazy.
What the hell?
She on water.
Say, what the hell?
She on water.
Got you.
Oh, ain't she trying to take out? She finna take out shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, she took out. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh damn. Damn. Right with your stupid ass. Oh shit. On me I did. Oh. On me.
She got water.
Oh snap.
She could almost hit the people car.
She on water, Shay. Oh no, she
That's
on
fucking
water.
crazy.
Oh what?
What the fuck was I?
No jumper. Who is this? That's Dream Doll. Fuck about no Dream Doll.
Flacco, I know you be on Clubhouse. Can you give us?
Miss Connie! Did you see Miss Connie?
Flacco, I know you.
Listen to this nigga again. Oh yeah, this nigga did that shit. Let me see. That nigga did that shit. What's going on in the fucking world? Shit. They done locked Kanye out of his Instagram account. Fuck. A man allegedly shot a homeless family of 5 sleeping in a car, including a pregnant woman and her children. Why would he do such a thing? Fuck. Nobody should have to go to jail for smoking. Shut your ass up. Vice President Kamala Harris during a late night show interview back the Biden administration just deporting thousands of American victims of simple marijuana possession, saying nobody should have to go to jail for weed. That's cap. Just know that's cap. All these people's capping.
Tell young voters, look, Joe Biden may be the oldest president to serve in American history. There has been no president that has done more for young people, and by extension, young voters of color, Hispanic voters, black voters, Asian voters, than this president. Run down the list. Student loan reform, climate change on the IRA. Would you look at what he's done even with the American Recovery Act? He's put money in the hands of this, and now the pot approach. I got to disagree a little bit with the other guests. I mean, can you imagine a president ever having said this in American history? This is a monumental step forward. The president is basically saying we are decriminalizing marijuana. We're going to take it off as a class 1 drug and make important steps going forward. I think it's monumental. To downplay it, I think, is historically inconsistent with what previous presidents done. And again, I think Joe Biden is saying, young voters, you never really vote. This is the time to do it, especially when you think about what this Republican government would do to young voters who.
This is cap. This is cap. This is cap. This is a play for votes. This is a play for votes. This is exactly what it is. Because first off, like I told you in one of my other videos, when Exhibit was speaking on it, you got to think this pardon only affects federal cases of simple marijuana possession. I'm sorry. So if you have if there is a state case, this does not affect a state case. You have to be a fair case. Now, who the fuck has a federal case for simple marijuana possession? Who? There's nobody getting let out, bro. Who has a federal case for simple marijuana possession? If you live in Washington, D.C. and you go to jail, everything you do in the state, in the district of D.C., because it's not a state, everything you do in D.C. is considered federal. So if you get caught with weed and you go to jail, yeah, all of y'all getting out in D.C. That's the only thing I could think about. Who the fuck has simple marijuana possession for Fed? That's a federal case. Like I said, if you do anything, everything you do in the district of D.C. is federal. Everything. Every crime, you're going to have everything is considered Fed. Straight up. Guns, all that shit. Fed. You're going to have a federal gun case. All that shit. Because D.C. is not a state. It's ran by the feds. The police are the feds. Federal police, right? Right. Okay, cool. So if you have a state case, this will not affect you. This is a punk fake for votes, just so y'all know. Punk faking for votes. Don't fall for the cap. He over here running cap on us, y'all. We're not about to listen to these people run cap on us. This is just because voting season is upon us. Like I said, he faking for votes, y'all. Let me type that in. Faking for votes. I'm just saying, I'm not going for that shit. That's another clip going up. Biden faking for votes. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. You think this nigga faking for votes, man? This nigga faking for votes, bro.
Who are of reproductive age right now in that 18 to 40 quadrant. I think you got to take your hat off.
Let's say that crap, that boy. The fuck? Wait, what? That bitch, but nowhere. What the fuck?
And when my grandma answered, she found a lady that had a collar around her neck. She could see ligature marks. And she was telling my grandma, I've been raped. I've been held captive. Please help me. You have to help me. He's going to end up killing me.
When you
and
say
so
a
my
collar,
grandma, she took a
go ahead.
minute being home with a baby. It took her a minute, but then she just knew she needed to help her. And so she brought her in and sat her down and covered her up.
Okay, good. She brought her in. She realized that she
Yes.
really needed help. When you
Yes.
say a collar, what do you mean by a collar around her neck?
She had a metal dog collar around her neck, which my grandma described as a collar you normally see like on a pit bull for like bad dogs, is what she said. It was pretty
Like
tight
a
around her
shock
neck.
collar? Wow.
No, my neighbor has been reporting it's a shock collar. My grandma said no, it was just a metal collar.
Okay. Okay. And then what happened?
And she had,
once you're
well, she had duct tape around her neck too, which we're guessing her mouth was probably duct tape, and we think she probably grabbed it and pulled it down when she escaped.
Okay, okay. And then what did your grandmother do after that? Was she brought her inside, took care of her, then what?
That's fucking crazy.
Sorry, there's a bit of a lapse.
She brought her in and she covered her up, and she could tell the girl is very hungry.
So this is a woman then that's clearly been being held for a long time. She was hungry. Did she look malnourished? It looks like we might be losing Sierra a bit on this feed.
Indiana mother sentenced to 115 years for poisoning oatmeal, strangling ex-boyfriend. Bitch, what is wrong with you? Yeah, she was crazy. Bitch, you crazy. You super crazy. Super crazy. That's the fuck. Stop capping. Hey, capping. I thought they was making one. I want to see that shit. Well, yeah, still showing Beyonce. Kim Kardashian forced to hire extra security. The ghost of Kanye passed. Drove over that bitch. Mm. Why would y'all switch the photo like that? That's crazy, y'all. Damn. Broke your ass up. Let the police do you like that, big dog?
It's a
Asian lives
celebration
matter.
of self-expression. So be bold and be yourself. Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on most 2023 Cadillac
Yeah.
models.
Asian lives matter, homie. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, he body slammed the police. Hold on. Oh, wow. Embarrassing. You might as well cut the force. Muscle car versus police. Yeah, Cat. Hellcat versus the police. Oh yeah, this is dope. Hellcat versus the police. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Police got some shit up under there. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know the police shit was like that? Get in the comments, let me know. Yo. Okay, he ate that shit. He ate that shit up. That's, oh yeah. They done brought up that big boy. Ain't no way. They is not lying to mine. They dressed up a car. Oh, nah, they cold. This is not a state-sanctioned police car. Don't go for that. This is cap right now. Nah, this is cap. crazy. Man, I didn't even know. Police is out there racing they shit. Y'all get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think, man. That shit crazy, bro. And subscribe to my channel if you ain't already subscribed, man. For real. Just so y'all know. Let's see what we into. Yeah, man. So, as we always do about this time, we coming up on it. It's about to be 11. We're going to exercise some discipline. We paid attention to what we was going to pay attention to. Wait, Deion Sanders involved in handshake incident.
So let's go to today's.
Life is a drink.
The route to get there.
Fuck no ad. About to get up out of here.
Deion Sanders previously said he loved the fact that his team would be playing Alabama State for their homecoming.
I love the fact that we're going to play Alabama State for their homecoming. I love it.
But there appeared to be no love lost between Sanders and Hornets coach Eddie Robinson Jr. after Jackson State picked up the W. The handshake at midfield postgame got awkward as Robinson Jr. shoved Deion off. Following the game, Robinson Jr. stated that he felt Primetime was disrespectful leading into the contest.
Oh, wow. Like, nigga, fuck all that faking. Yo, weird ass up off me. Hey, yo, chat. We crazy. Let's see what we doing. Oh, shit.
Watch these two clips and see if you notice anything different.
Trying to reclaim the United States Championship Sunday.
Of course, in the first clip, Randy Orton successfully performed the power slam and was unsuccessful in the second. But take a look at Orton's hands. When he hits the power slam, he claps his hands right before performing the move. Notice how, in the second clip, there is no clap. This isn't an isolated incident. Take a look at these clips. If Randy Orton is going to give his opponent a power slam, he'll clap his hands. If he isn't, then no clap. This tells the Viper's opponent whether they need to take the move or not. This isn't the only hand signal that wrestlers use. When a wrestler performs a DDT, their opponent needs to know if they'll take the move or counter it. The wrestler executing the DDT power slam, a slap on the back tells the wrestler to take the DDT. If there is no slap, then the opponent needs to counter. An example of this happened during Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair's match at Extreme Rules 2021. The first time Bliss went to perform a DDT, there was no slap and Flair countered. However, the second time Alexa went to perform the move, she slapped Charlotte's back and the DDT was successful. WWE wrestlers use many other hand signals during matches. When Chris Jericho and Triple H were having a match, the game sneakily communicated he wanted to give Jericho the boot by tapping his quad as Y2J was running toward him. On an episode of Raw in 2014, Dean Ambrose and John Cena were wrestling in the main event. Raw was about to go off the air, so Dean Ambrose made a signal to Cena to speed things up, since they only had 6 minutes left. At WrestleMania 22, right before Shawn Michaels hit Vince McMahon with an elbow drop from a ladder, the referee squeezed McMahon's leg to tell the boss to brace for impact. Years later, at WrestleMania 29, CM Punk was accompanied by Paul Heyman for his match against The Undertaker. During the fight, the dead man grabbed Heyman by the throat. Punk then attacked Taker with a clothesline to break it up. Since Undertaker had his back turned and couldn't see CM Punk, Paul Heyman squeezed Taker's shoulder so he knew to turn around and take the clothesline. A common spot in tag team matches is where the legal wrestler is crawling on the mat and is trying to reach their partner to tag out. However, the legal wrestler usually can't see where their opponents are and won't know when precisely to tag out. To help them out, the wrestler on the ring apron will make a signal with their hand. If their palm is facing down, it tells the legal wrestler not to tag in. But when the palm faces up, that's the signal to make the tag. Now, you won't see every WWE wrestler do this. The reason might be that not all wrestlers are trained the same way. Another reason is that some spots don't require precise timing, so there's no reason to make any signals. WWE referees also have their own secret hand signals. After a wrestler takes a big spot, like going through a table, the referee will check on them. While it looks like the ref is just talking to the wrestler, they're actually putting their hand in the wrestler's hand. If the wrestler squeezes the referee's hand, that means the wrestler is okay. After getting the squeeze, the referee will raise a closed fist into the air. This tells the backstage personnel that everything is okay. If the wrestler doesn't squeeze the referee's hand, the ref will make an X sign with both of their arms. If the injury is pretty obvious, the referee will just make the X sign without checking in with the wrestler. This is just the tip of the iceberg. WWE has a lot of secrets, and if you want to see what they are, watch this playlist.
That was pretty good. But, not muted, nigga. Not going for that. You're muted. Clown.
There's some
And
changes.
your mama's a clown. But guess what? Clown.
Good morning. Today is Friday, April 9th, 2021. We are taking a day trip.
Guess what, clown? You got here at the right time. 'Cause guess what?
Press gang, press gang,
Press gang or it don't bang, nigga. I'm about to go. It's 11 o'clock. I have shit to do. Have yourself a great one.
Hey, so how you do that?
Clown.
Look, first nigga trippin', I promise he get maxed out. Sip it till I sleep, I'm stiffer if I don't pass out. Fucking nigga sisters with his and one day, that's how. Better keep your distance.
Make sure you follow up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you show some love. Tap in with me. I'll be live later on, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah. That's right.
Press gang.
Oh shit. We might have an emergency stream. The homie C.
First nigga trippin', I promise he get maxed out. Sip it till I sleep, I'm stiffer if I don't pass out. Fucking nigga sisters with his and one day, that's how. Better keep your distance if you ain't tryna get smacked down. First nigga trippin', I promise he get maxed out. Sip it till I sleep, I'm stiffer if I don't pass out. Fucking nigga sisters with his and one day, that's how. Better keep your distance if you ain't tryna get smacked down. Selling dope in class, you probably focus on class clowns. I'ma keep it active and I ain't putting the strap down. We don't hand out passes and we don't pass off no handouts. Run up and get baked, unfortunately he got man down. Hail Mary praying for lightning cause this the last down. Fool me once, I might grab a pole and get to squeezing something. The day I give a fuck won't be the day that nigga Jesus come. Fool me twice and you might see the nigga how I'm creeping up. Ski mask on me, they won't catch me on no CC. I'ma have that same energy when you see me, please believe me. You play and get your face put on the t-shirt. I've been trying to find a holiday, something like I need work. I put the streets first before the green turn. It ain't about who got a bigger blower, it's who squeeze first. And I'ma have little baby cream squirting off of 3 perks. Ask her if that don't stop D work when you see her. First nigga trippin', I promise he get maxed out. Sip it till I sleep, I'm stiffer if I don't pass out. Fucking nigga sister with his and one day, that's how. Better keep your distance if you ain't tryna get smacked down. First nigga trippin', I promise he get maxed out. Sip it till I sleep, I'm stiffer if I don't pass out. Fucking nigga sister with his and one day, that's how. Better keep your distance if you ain't tryna get smacked down. We could go back to back to back, so what you tryna do? Every time a nigga slide through, you know they hiding, fool. I just counted chili, you was counting blessings. Yeah, this big 40 gon' stretch him since he with the extras. Hit up Lester, we gon' rest assured, apply the pressure.